similar to what's happening right there on the screen. We are starting off with, there we go, RD. And I don't really have, again, any plans today, so I figured I'd just take today a couple hours or so to just help answer questions for anybody that happens to be around and happens to have questions about ArcheAge-related matters. I've been seeing a lot of, like, nation chat stuff and things on, like, the official Discord of people trying to ask questions and learn things, which is all good, of course. And so, as usual, I try to put myself out there to be able to help answer those questions and help people learn a little bit more about ArcheAge and the mechanics and all that good stuff, right? All those things that I put information out about on Reddit, and so yeah, I'm trying to keep myself a little bit open, as usual, you know. Hey, Hellsfire. Wonder if crafted gems for your gear are worth it. Neither route is technically bad, so yeah, it'd be just as worth it as honor gems. The big difference you have to keep in mind is one of them takes up a lot of honor, and the other one takes up a lot of gold, right? Oh my god, this started really fast. Holy crap. I actually didn't realize that. On your server, pirates are denying CR and GR, so honor is harder to get. Ah, I guess it would be, yeah. Are you on, like, C, or what server are you on? AAU, or C, or Legacy, or... Because that would help me better give you some advice or thoughts. Guild are on EU. Okay. Yeah, so I wonder, actually, you'd probably be able to take advantage of the Mist-Song Banquet to get some extra honor every day. This guy really wants to get on the boat. Oh my god, he did. Wow. Alright, I have to pay a slight amount of attention to driving. So here's my thoughts, actually, for you. A lot of people will do both, right? They'll do some honor gems, some crafted gems. The big thing about honor gems, which is nice, is you can upgrade them over time, right? Which means you can get most of the bonuses from them already. You know, just upgrade them to like tier 3 each, and you have most of the bonuses. Whereas with crafted gems, you have to get them in bursts, right? You get a burst of every stat. And so a lot of people will mix, right? For their weapons, they might use honor ones because they need they need those stats right away, and will upgrade them over time. Whereas for like armor, maybe they'll do both, or they'll go crafted because they don't need them right away, but you'll get bursts of those over time. So it's kind of, there's no wrong way to approach the situation, right? Let's be a little faster. People are standing on my hood. But anyways, there's no real wrong way to go, right? Because the stats for both are so close together, and now, as of 6.5, or as of, you know, one of the latest patches, you can actually match the stats, right? And the big difference is that crafted gems you can actually unsocket, change, and even trade to other players if you need to, where you wouldn't be able to do that with honor gems, right? But if you already know what gems you're going for, then that part doesn't really matter anyways. So again, there's really no wrong route to take. They're just different, and yeah, I mean, there's other things you can take advantage of, like Fall of Haram, you know, for some extra honor, if you can actually get into a Fall of Haram. I know it's a little bit more popular right now because of the event, of course. You've got honor gems for defense. Okay, yeah, so you're already kind of starting to mix the two. Yeah, I think that works out pretty well then. Mixing it is a really, really good idea. Coming from me, has 100% fully gone honor route, and I have most of these to like +4, +5, and that's fine. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to be upgrading them to +5 or +6 anytime soon, because the stats curve off so much at the end anyways, that to me it doesn't really matter or make any sense, right? Because I understand mostly how these stats work. For a healer, you'd probably think the complete opposite, because a healer actually uses their stats quite nicely. And so healer might do this a little bit differently than I would as a melee DPS, right? If you're a crit build, you probably choose to go the crafted route, but I'm a defense pen build, so my stats really taper off, and you know, getting them all up to the maximum tier isn't really the biggest deal. But that's just, it's all personal choice, it's all personal how you want to invest your time and everything. There's no wrong route. Like, you literally won't go wrong with either route, period, right? So don't feel too stressed about it. I'd say just make a decision and then kind of stick with it. You're wondering if socketing tier 1 gems is worth it. Or you should just go for tier 3 right away. You'd probably go for tier 3 right away, yeah. And that's kind of why it sucks to go the crafter route, because you're missing a lot of stats until you get all of those gems, right? As opposed to socketing tier 1 gems, and then literally unsocketing them, and probably just throwing them away, right? And you'd have to unsocket them with the Mournstone, so you've also spent the extra gold on socketing them in the first place, the extra honor for the Mournstone, or gold if you bought it from the auction house, because you could do it with Mournstones, because they're tradable. So there's a lot of extra cost to doing that. The idea is... Oh my god, dude, these guys standing in the hood make it so slow. Let me go this way. Oh, look, I'm down to one person. At least they're not on the hood, so... that's fine. Yeah, so it's... Who wants to get back on? Okay, we're still on the hood. God, just shoot at it. What do you want from me? He's using meteorite. It's people. Everybody relax. Also, wait a minute, hold on, this is too loud, sorry. You guys should have told me that the music was too loud, my bad. I started the stream much earlier than I would normally. I started 1 or 2 minutes into the starting soon screen, which is not normal. I usually do like 5 minutes to make sure the stream is good. But I didn't do that today. You're leaving your offhand bow and flute at tier 1. Since socketing during this is so much cheaper. It is? Wait, socketing during this is cheaper? Socketing during... Is there like an event? Wait, the synthesis event makes socketing cheaper? I don't think so. Or are you just referring to something else? Oh, tier 1. You're talking about not the gems tier 1. You're talking about the actual, like... The bow and the flute are tier 1 for Rom, right? Is that what you mean? Yeah, absolutely. If that's the case, I totally agree with you. They really want to do it. Yeah, tier 1 Haram is much cheaper, yeah. In fact, if you want to go real cheap, socket it at Explorer's Gear, and it's literally pennies. Well, it's not true, it's not literally. You probably spend about 50 gold socketing it fully in Explorer's Gear. You could still probably go that route, honestly. Yeah. No, you can't, right? Because you probably already used your scrolls to get to Haram, right? Your story scrolls. Yeah, so, but yeah, tier 1 Haram is much cheaper, significantly cheaper. So I totally agree with you. Socket as much as you can in tier 1 Haram, and then just keep upgrading them. If you want to save a little bit of gold that way. You know, because of that, maybe you could do the tier 1 gems, but then you still have to spend money on the Mournstones and everything, so... I don't know. That's kind of... There's so many options here, there's no really any wrong choice. As opposed to some other systems in the game where there are some wrong choices and you can make some mistakes. I think you're pretty much good to do with whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable with, and you'll kind of solve any issues later on, right? If you're not getting enough honor because you're denied content, alright, well, you know, maybe later you'll be able to get it, or you'll find other ways to get honor over time, right? And we have all these catch-up mechanics all the time, and catch-up events, that you'll probably end up getting the honor at some point anyways. Okay, good. It's not too bad, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it before he starts levitating. Oh, we did it! Nice, I think. I think we're good. Yay! Full send worked, even though I'm lagging quite a bit to the stream. That's interesting that pirates are actually denying CRGR, though. I mean, it sucks, obviously. It doesn't make any sense, because you're just kind of... You're hurting your content. Oh my god, this is going to be the fastest... Oh, fastest frickin' dragon ever. Holy crap. Alright, we're done. We're going to Kadoom. Oh, man. Time for Kadoom. With the same group, hopefully. We'll see. We'll just kill Kadoom in the first wave, right? Yeah, I don't think there's any other tips I could give you for that. I think just people get a little bit overstressed about, like, choosing gems or whatever. Don't let that happen. Just, it's okay. I mean, you could even socket them with tier 1 and then make the choice later of whether or not you want to upgrade them to, you know, upgrade the honor gems or unsocket them and replace them later. You could do that, technically. Oh, we gotta go to Kadoom instantly. Okay. I may have already screwed up, but that's okay. I'm gonna save these. Oh, actually, no. I shouldn't save these. Wait, should I? It doesn't matter. I don't have this top mission unlocked, and I'm not going to because I want to save the Gilda. How do I want to do this? I can use this right now. Yeah. Because for the daily quest for Eternal Invocation, I already have these things from the daily box. We're fine. But anyways, yeah, hopefully Hellsfire that helps a little bit with some decision making there. I probably didn't make it any better. Because literally, it's like, there's no wrong decision, right? It's like, would you like an apple or an orange? It's like, well, you could have either one. It's just your preference, right? I can't tell you the answer to that. It's kind of up to you. You can have either one. They're both good. So don't let it stress you out too much. Unless you don't like apples, or you can't get any access to apples, right? Then okay, I guess you're gonna go with some oranges. It's kind of up to you. But I think mixing them was probably the best advice I could give, and something that actually a lot. What's really funny? I've told that to people a lot. Obviously, I've been like, oh yeah, just mix gems, right? Just do honor ones and crafted ones. You don't have to do both, or you don't have to do one or the other. And you'll be surprised how many people have not actually thought of that. Like, it's actually really, really common that people are like, oh, you're right, that's a thing. You could just do both. And it's fine. I think it's normal. I think people just kind of get overzealous about doing one or the other and forget that you could actually mix them, and it works out just fine. I think that's the best thing you could do, honestly. Like, if I were to choose, I would still go the honor route fully. Okay, like, if I were, like, if I just started AAU right now, I'd still go the full honor route. And the reason for that is the same reason why I went this in the first place, why I did go full honor in the first place, and that is because, A, I don't care too much about the stats because they taper off at the end game anyways. Like, toughness tapers off at the end game. Resilience, you get it to like 10k and then you're pretty much good, right? You don't need super crazy amounts, but it does help, of course. Resilience doesn't taper off yet. And so to me, it's not that big of a deal. And in addition to all of that, I've played on Legacy. And I know how it goes on Legacy. On Legacy, now, because I played the game for so long, on my Legacy character that I haven't played in a very long time, obviously, right, since AAU, I have so much honor. You have an overabundance of honor when you have nothing to use it for, right? When you've already changed all your stats and you don't need serendipities, when you've already upgraded all your gems, you're like, well, what am I going to do now? And because I know that eventually I would have that situation here, I decided to just go the full honor route because I'm going to have the overabundance at some point anyways. I may as well just wait a little longer until that happens, right? And just feed these gems over time. And we kind of knew that there was going to be a tier 6 that makes it the same as tier 3 gems. Tier 3 crafted gems, so it works out. And yeah, I've made pretty good progress in everything. I really don't need to be upgrading these anymore. Like, it's such small stat bonuses for like a ridiculous cost, honestly. Alright, I don't know if Kadoom is going to happen here. There's a lot of people queued up, but they may have already gone in. Maybe not. Maybe there isn't a lot of people. Mohoroi, hello, hello. Welcome to today's stream. Thanks for sending some love to Cody. We all appreciate it. He's a little happy bird. I gotta add some more things to the to the Cody points. I'm really not sure what to do for that. I could do some funny things, but I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. I don't want to do anything for points that is like super extreme, like 100k points for something cool, because I don't want you guys being like, damn, I wish I didn't use the 1,000 to send love to Cody just then, right? I'd rather it was just like a frequent thing that people were like perfectly fine with. So I don't know what else to do. If you guys have any suggestions for Cody points, feel free. I'm all ears. I'll add whatever it is you guys want. I could make it so that I don't answer any questions unless you use Cody points, but that's silly. That's the dumbest thing. That Q&A Cody points redeeming, that's just for like if the chat is insane and there's a question that needs to get through, so I have it in a list here that I could actually watch and make sure that I answer those things and check off after I've answered it. But I don't expect that to be used otherwise, right? I'd rather people were literally redeeming the emote that Sinister Berry made for me, which is really, really cute. I'm perfectly fine with people getting that for free for 24 hours, because it's good. Yeah, man, Kadoom's not happening, huh? Everybody in Nation Chat is queuing, though. They're all yelling about it. Well, we gotta have a Kadoom soon, right? If the same people queue up again. And Kadoom's really good, it gives 2k honor. So there you go, there's another source for honor as Kadoom, if you're able to make it to that. For the 2000 honor, plus even more if you use a Sunlight Juice. Oh, by the way, since yesterday, I've finally done something that... Oh. Okay, we did it. 48 people, though. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I've finally done something that I've been kind of meaning to do, kind of missing from my build, that a lot of people have kind of pointed out, but not really. I have a hotkey set for weapon swaps, and I actually have something in there, and I figured out a really good thing to do with it. So my weapon swap is actually a shield and the Searing Oath as a main hand. And the whole point of this is that I could use this to help, you know, if I need to like tank something for a second, I will. So I've started putting some maximum health things into the shield. They're all honors, so I'll just upgrade them over time. It's not that crazy. And the shield itself is a tier 2 Disciple Shield, which is really nice. The whole point is that I can swap to it, use the shield very quickly, you know, because I'm trying to use it to actually, right, pull a whole bunch of people somewhere, and then just swap back to my main hands. And it's cool. Actually, the hotkey is really nice for me. It's Alt plus my middle mouse button, and I'm starting to kind of practice with it and make it actually work. And it's not too bad. I can even use it just like tank something that is a burst, right, and then just swap back to my main hand right away. So what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to figure out what Lunafrosts and gems to put in. So gems for the shield are going to be max health for sure, but the weapon I'm not so sure about yet. The weapon, I might... I feel like there is something you can put in for the weapon that helps tankiness, but I don't remember what it is for Luna Gems. I feel like there's a Luna Frost I can put in for a weapon that's tanky too, but I couldn't find anything just off the top of my head or from the codex. So I'm not sure what I exactly want to do with these, but I think it's a pretty good idea, and I'm actually excited to make this thing work. So yeah, so that's something that I've started doing a little bit, is investigating this. This is probably the best thing that I could do, though, honestly. I just don't know what gems to put in the Searing Oath. Actually, can I check the gems somehow right now? Not really, right? Because we're inside of an instance, I can't pull up the auction house. And I can't pull up the honor shop either, of course, right. I'm missing 4 people, though. So this is going to be a little bit slower. I really hope we have the DPS for this, man. Oh, no, we do. I think we do. We have a lot of people. It's just... yeah, we have a ton of people with really good gear. It's better work. Maybe I'll just buff up a little bit with the meatballs. And I'll remind people that's a thing, too. At least to use the meatballs. Oh crap, I need to switch this out, so I don't go flying. There we go. Alright, hopefully a lot of people actually used the meatballs. Or at least some kind of a food. It's still a little bit laggy though. Hold on. Let me disable preview. That should help. help a little bit. Or not. It doesn't help at all. Man, really laggy with so many people here and streaming. A lot more than normal. Hey, Sushido. Sushi, how's it going? Okay, this is actually going to be fine. This is perfectly good. Okay, the only thing is I need to not die. Have I been able to clear Sanctuary yet? I still haven't done it since the first day, honestly. I just don't need it. And so I haven't really been trying to find a group for it. I do want a group for it, but nobody wants melees. So it's a little bit annoying for me to be able to do it. I want to do it because I want to, you know, I want to finish the main story, right? Like it says right here at the top right, I still have that quest. I want to finish the main story, and I actually just want to do it because it's a fun challenge, but nobody wants melees. So, unfortunately, I'm kind of out of luck there. And I'm not really pressing to try to get a group for it because I don't actually need it, you know? Oh no, run! Freaking head blow, man. Ah! The lag kills me every time. I was actually up in the air, too. It still got me. I might have to switch this over to optimization mode. Oh no, I don't need optimization mode. I need, not optimization mode, I just need to turn shadows off. But look how different Mistmarrow looks in optimization mode. It's ridiculous. It's like night and day. Literally night and day. Man, I still don't think this is going to be that great. Okay, we'll see. At least we have the DPS for this. Oh, we do have the DPS for this. Wait, somebody actually DC'd. What? Oh, they were level 35 anyways. Alright, well. I think we got this, so I'll use the Sunlight Potion. I have so many anyways, it's not a big of a deal. Get some extra honor out of this, I hope. But actually, I think optimization mode causes more problems sometimes. What I really need to do is just turn off shadows. For something like this, that's all that's necessary. Shadows, where are you? Wait, they're already off? I've had shadows off this whole time? Really? That's... Huh. I didn't even notice. That's weird. What is my actual CPU usage right now? Yeah, I mean, it's at 100%. No, 75. I really don't get it. I honestly don't get it. My CPU and GPU are not running at maximum capacity. They're just not. They're not. So like, I shouldn't have any lag because it's not actually. Oops. Wait, can I just? There we go. Well, whatever. I don't know. Hopefully the 3080 makes it better. I'm still eagerly awaiting that. And listening to anything I can to make sure that I actually can get one at all. Alright, I guess I will use optimization mode then, because this isn't enough. A bit strange. Oh well. Anyways, for anybody just hanging out on the stream, if you guys have any questions about arcade stuff, feel free to ask. I don't have to pay too much attention to this, so we can at least have some kind of conversation, or if you want to theory craft builds, or talk about different equipment or mechanics or whatever. I mean, it's a good place to get those kind of questions answered, or to have those sorts of conversations. And if I don't know the answer to something, then at least we can try to point you in the correct direction, or maybe somebody else in chat knows. I usually stream anyways just to be open to helping answer questions or helping people learn a bit more, since Arcade's so ridiculously complicated. There's so much to it, literally so much to every single thing in ArcheAge, that it's always nicer to have some kind of a source of information, and we don't really have the best sources or guides online. You don't have an official wiki like we used to, so it's a little bit hard to get information. I try to keep myself open, at least throughout the weekends when I've got some extra time, to help answer those kind of questions and help people get the answers they need. So don't feel too shy about anything. There's no such thing as a bad question or ArcheAge, because nothing really makes sense to anybody. It's normal. Alright, I can actually go and help soon. I wonder what this looks like in low quality. It really doesn't change, huh? It's just like just a broken shield. Alright, we're in. Let's go. Wait, no lines, right? Do lines even show up? Oh, they do. Wow, it's actually really nice. Optimization mode makes it very clear where the lines are. Maybe I should have used them yesterday for, or just in general for anything, actually. For anything that's like in the snow, where it's really hard to see stuff on the ground. Actually makes quite a bit more sense. Let's see. Oh yeah, it makes these super clear. Look at that. It makes a lot of stuff really clear, but who cares, man? Quality is really fun. When I get the 3080, if it helps the stream, hopefully it'll be a lot more interesting and enjoyable for everybody. Easier to watch and more fun for me. Okay, this is at least bearable in optimization mode, so I think that's okay. Alright, tree vine. Oh, people are going over. Wait, leave. Get out of there. What are they doing going back? This person, I think, is too close. Yes, they literally were. Ah. 2020, and we're still dying to the simple mechanics of Kadum. I guess it's okay, obviously, if this is new to you, but just a little bit surprised. I'm gonna be done with this. I'm gonna do other things. I do like the fact that the ground is a lot less, is a lot darker, because it's much easier to see anything on it, right? If I knew what caused that, I might actually choose that myself on purpose. But I don't know. I guess it would be a lighting effect, right? There's some kind of a lighting effect that is just not being applied right now in the quality settings. Right now everything is low, obviously, but Maybe back? No, tree vine, okay. Atmosphere effects, maybe? Visual effects, effect quality, water. I don't know what it could be. I don't think it's any of these. There's some kind of a lighting thing that gets applied from, you know, day versus night. And I kind of want to identify what it is, because I like it better when the ground is darker, and it's a little bit easier to see, like, you know, lines and everything, right? Oh, Puppet. Alright, let's go. Oh wait, we can't even see Puppet now. Look at that. It's barely... These lines are barely visible from the Puppet. Jeez. Okay, well... I don't know what to say. It's both good and bad, right? Optimization mode is at least good for right now. Lines is great, though. I have no problem going in there right now. Oh. God. We're good. No problem. Wait, what? Did I miss it? Did I not see something? What happened there? What the hell happened? What killed me? Ground explosion. He used ground explosion instantly? Wait, he didn't have a cast time or anything. He just used ground explosion. What the hell? He used it twice, actually, in the same second. Wow. I mean, at least he's almost dead, but geez, that's completely unexpected. Yeah, seriously, what Arya said. That's a ridiculous ground explosion. He did it twice. He did 10k, and then another 30k. Alright. That's new. Oh, he's really getting people. He's really pissed, this giant tree. What if everybody goes to DPS and they all die right now? It's the Lions. Oh god, it's gonna happen too. They're gonna die to Lions. Just kill it, by the way. There we go. Alright. I think I can come back down now. I just hope I don't die again. Let's see. Oh, hey, there's still a minion over there, by the way. Oh boy. God, everybody's leaving too. Oh, somebody's killing it. We're fine. What is that? Oh, Anthalon's Flame. Okay. Somebody has the Anth set. Okay. We're good. We're out of here. We have our crates. We can turn off optimization mode now. Chat, do you guys have any questions about Arcade things? We're done with that. We can actually talk about whatever and answer questions. Again, keeping myself open during some free time to help out with different things if I can. So actually Shadows was off the whole time. I didn't even notice. Kind of like it when Shadows is on, generally. Because you can like see gliders that are above you or whatever. Turn it back on for now. It'll be a little laggy here in Marino, but that doesn't matter. Oh yeah, Doom's Crate, right? Okay. By the way, does anybody know if Sparring Arena kills off the Elixir buff? This Labor Potion buff? It shouldn't, right? It shouldn't be killing off the Elixir buff, but I haven't actually tried, so I don't know. If it does, then I can understand why people aren't doing Sparring as much this month, because nobody wants to get rid of this potion. Plus, the potion itself isn't even that crazy. It really only gives you 540 extra labor. Over the course of 5 hours, it gives you 540 labor. If you stay logged in the whole time, right? Or at least at the moments where it's switching over to the next rank. So it's kind of a hassle for half 1,000 labor. I don't know, I'll just keep it on whenever I can because we have so many of them and because we're not going to be able to use them all in the time duration of this event before they expire. But, I don't know. I'd rather just have it on, especially if it's already at a higher rank. Okay. What else did I need to do? Not too much, right? Yeah, think we pretty much got that stuff sorted. Let's see if there's any more wave glows. There isn't. Although these are kind of cheap wave glows, 2k. I could probably buy them off of trade chat for even less. But I don't really care. Like, I'm trying to make the gems and stuff for my shield. I'm a little curious what gems will exist for my weapon if I'm trying to socket it to be more defensive. So let me look that up right now. Luna gem. No, I can't type. Luna gem. Okay, what can I do? Defense penetration, which I don't care. Two-handed weapons. Wait, what? Oh, I could actually use wave glows for my main hand. So I could actually get magic defense, or at least a little bit, on my Searing Oath from a wave glow. I guess I should do that. That makes the most sense, right? Shield's obviously max health. That makes the most sense for that. But for the main hand weapon... Weapons focus? Really? You can have focus in your, like, in your swords? I didn't know that. Nobody does that. I don't see why anybody would. But would it make sense for this tanky build? Not really, right? Not really. Okay, that's not good enough. Sunglow is nothing. And Fire Glow is just regular melee attack that I'd have. So yeah, I need wave glows for everything. I need wave glows for everything in the Searing Oath, and I need wave glows for everything in the shield. That's just a lot of wave glows, which I really shouldn't be spending gold. I should be saving up gold again. Because I need to still get my chest and my pants up to Mythic. I mean, I don't need to. The actual value is so low. But it would at least be nice to finish that up, right? And to finish up having that stuff. Though I'm at 61% of the Jerkin, I don't think 1k gold is enough to get that right now up to Mythic. I think I need like 2k gold for that. Although, we could do some rough calculations, right? How would we do that? We do this, and then maybe that. What would that be? That's not bad. 2.6k though. That would go from here up to there. So like, yeah, maybe it would need about 2.2k gold to get this all the way up. It's still quite expensive. It's not something that I really care too much about. Literally, 2k gold to get an extra gem slot is really all that I care about here. And the extra gem slot would give me, what, like 500 resilience? Which is nice, but it's not the end of the world. It's not something that I'm super crazy about. Plus the actual cost of getting the gem in there and the gem itself and upgrading it with honor. For pants, you know, getting a little bit more toughness is nice as well. Getting, you know, 300 more toughness. I think that actually makes more sense right now, but it's... I don't know. For the gold cost, it's like, I'm not rushing any of these things. All the stats curve off anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, if anybody in chat knows whether or not the elixir buff will go away if I go to Sparring Arena, let me know. In the meantime, I can lose a few times against really high gear scores in Gladiator. Why not? I want my Curios badges. Unless people are doing Fall of Haram. No, that's not yet. People doing anything else? I need to do Nori. I have no idea. And I really do miss the Naval Arena. Seriously, Robin. Like, Naval Arena was actually really enjoyable. And obviously they removed it because people were abusing it or whatever, and the figureheads were too crazy. But, like, I actually enjoyed that, like, a lot. It was actually a lot of fun. I loved having weird gameplay in, you know, like an MMO like that. It's always interesting. But that's the thing, is if we complain about something and say that it's broken, instead of fixing it, they'll just take it away until it's fixed in a later patch. Which is like, alright, well, I'm not going to report issues then. Like, all you're doing is taking away content. Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. So we still don't have it, which is ridiculous. I don't even... It's not... It's because they don't want to break away from the regular scheduled patches. by the same line that Korea got, and it's the same line every region gets. They don't wanna break away from all of that, especially if it only affects NAEU, which is essentially how Naval Arena was treated. So, yeah, I don't know when we'll get that back. It's really stupid, but that's how things work, unfortunately, when you have a developer from a different country. And you know what? That's not going to change ever. It's just how it's always been this way. It's how it's going to be. All we can do is keep complaining and say that we want it back. When we started doing it recently, before they closed it, obviously, yeah. It's a lot of fun, actually. Like, everybody was queuing with their alts, right? Which, if they went and did this thing, all these things that I put in my suggestion, which will never happen, obviously, but I did it for the sake of doing it. Where is it? Where's my feedback thing? Hold on. Where's my suggestion? Aha! Better arena design and gameplay. Wait, I should actually put that into the Chrome browser and just go over it really quickly. I don't know why I don't do that more often. But this. Go say +1 or something to this, alright? Because if you guys actually want this, where it makes the whole arena gameplay a lot better, we can make it happen. Hey, Sheppy. Let me do it this way. Oh god, why is it zoomed in like crazy? I guess it's okay. Yeah, so if we want this, you know, after matches made for arena, canceling will force a 5-minute cooldown. You can't go back in. Curios badges to Golden Plains battle. Certain times of the day, double Curios badges, so that entices people to go into arenas during that 1 hour or something, which makes it much less common for alts to get in there and people farming their alts, and it makes it better because you could actually earn more than people farming their alts who do that during night. All these suggestions plus all these things together, if you want these, just put a +1 at the bottom here. And I don't get this. They're going to redesign Halsey anyways. This is like talking about 1 point in here with something that isn't even in Korea yet. So if anything, this means that yes, now is a great time to give these suggestions because they're going to be redesigning Halsey, which means they're addressing this stuff. Why do we have bots like this? Hold on, let me just... where's the ban button? Ban. There we go. Nice. I'm actually glad that there's bots. I get to use the ban button more often. Oh, Aegis. I could do that. Anyways, so my point is, like... Actually, this is really good. This means that this is the greatest time to suggest these things, because it's not out in Korea yet. They might actually take these suggestions really, really seriously if they're going to redesign something. They're not really redesigning Halsey, they're actually adding a second arena to Halsey. So it's not just Golden Plains battle in Halcyona, but it's some other new one, which I don't know. Nobody knows what it is, right? So we'll have to actually see. Anyways, if you guys like this idea, just make sure to actually post something here, because that's the best way these things are taken seriously. I'm not even lying. Like, that's absolutely true. XL is the real one who's looking at that exact forum post, and so people, you know, a bunch of people saying, yes, this is good, they will take it a lot more seriously. So I did post it in chat there. You can go there, log into the forums if you're able to, and at least post yes or no. Or if you don't like the idea, then say something, right? Say why. Say what you do to enhance it, right? Have a conversation. That's the best way to get stuff done. And the fact that people don't do it enough is why a lot of things don't actually change for us. How many times have I posted something on the forums and there has been changes towards it? You know, quite a bit, actually. So I've proven the system works, just people don't want to participate. Okay. We have to go to... Oh, we've still got plenty of time in Aegis. But I guess we're fine. I guess we can go. I have been doing a little bit of Missong a little bit more often. I already did my 3 today. And didn't get lucky, of course, with trying to get the Wraith Smite axes, because I want both of them. That's really all that I want, is I just want to have Taurus drop it. And then we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. We'll see what ends up happening in, like, future runs, you know? It's like, it's an extremely low drop rate to actually get those axes in full. I don't want to craft it, because, like... it's like, you have to collect up all these Sunset Portal stones, and I still want to use them for the mounts. So, I'd rather just Taurus drop them, alright? Just give me your axes in full, so I don't have to actually go and craft them. And it'll probably take quite some time before I can get both of the axes from it. Actually, that said, is Ashan still AFK? Yes. Yes, they are. Okay. Thanks, Shappy. Using your Cody points to send some love to Cody. Appreciate it. So does he. Again, if you guys want more, like, Cody point stuff to redeem, let me know what. I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas for what to do with Cody points? Like I was saying earlier, I don't want any big, you know, like 20k or 100k prizes that would make people feel bad because they spent their points on Cody or something, right? I'd rather keep, like, small, frequent things that people can actually take advantage of. What do you guys want me to do? 500 points and I do a little dance you can't see because I'm not on camera right now? Should we do what Darth Chocolates does, what Choco does? And, like, you know, redeem points so that I take a drink of water? I already do that all the time, so it's not really it's not really a thing. I'm not really sure. I don't know what I want to do with the Cody points. Maybe I just get rid of them. No, I don't want to get rid of them. They're still a useful tool. I just haven't figured out the best way to use them. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. And if there's any questions in chat with Arcade-related stuff, feel free to ask. Now's a good time to do that. We're just kind of waiting anyways for Aegis. I'm just keeping I'm literally streaming just to be here for you guys. Like, if you have any questions, oh man, there's something you want to know more about, you're here. You can just ask. We can have a conversation, right? So that's really the whole point. I don't know if anything too crazy is going to happen today. But, at least we're here just in case. Also, there was a good point on one of my comments in the YouTube video where I talk about the ArcheAge 2 stuff and we discuss it. I can't find any trace anymore of anybody of where the original rumors came that the game was actually going to be for mobile as well. It was on one page, but the page is actually gone. Like, the page is literally not on the internet anymore, which is really weird. Like, it was an article about this whole thing, and it is actually gone. So now there is no more rumor anywhere that shows that ArcheAge 2 is going to be on mobile. That it was designed for both PC and mobile, right? Literally for both. That's what I meant. So I don't know. I don't know where that rumor came from, actually. I can't even track it down anymore. It's not from the interview. It was on something else, which is not accessible now. So maybe it's not going to be for mobile, which means they might actually bring back the really fast gameplay and stuff. You know, they might actually make the game same as ArcheAge 1. But who knows? Again, I don't want to talk about it too much because we have such little information about ArcheAge 2 that speaking about it is all just a waste of time. We just have to wait and see, right? We have to wait and see what kind of game they design. And even if they will talk with the community about it, right? Do they even want our input? Which is, who knows, you know? Watching football all day, alright. Well, that's cool. Not a big football guy. I'll watch a lot of hockey, if there's any interesting ones going on. Any interesting games. Is it true that you can combine the Haram Ring and the Dream Ring on max level? It's, kind of, yes. So as a part of the questline for the Haram Ring, after you finish the Haram Ring, essentially, like you bring it up to, I believe it's Celestial, you will get new quests with the Dream Ring. And what it will do is it will actually steal both of those rings. You will not have a Dream Ring anymore, and you will not have the Haram Ring anymore. And instead, it will give you the Flawless Haram's Ring, okay? And then it will actually only work for 3 months until you finish another quest to finalize it. There is no way, by my understanding, to refresh the 3-month timer on the Flawless Haram Ring. You actually have to finish the quest in the 3 months, otherwise it just, you know, the stats are just expired, and you can finish the quest at any point in time after that to make sure the stats come back, right? Mine is perfectly finished. I've already done everything. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. This Flawless Haram's Ring is literally a combination between the Haram Ring and the Dream Ring. And you don't get to retain those two. So, like, when you're ready to upgrade to this thing, make sure you know what you're doing, because you will lose both of those other rings. You won't have them anymore. And so maybe you have some Serendipity Stones saved up to try to reroll some of the stats you want on this Flawless Haram's Chosen Ring. Now keep in mind, the effects of this are actually pretty limited. Like, there's not that many things to reroll here, right? I have 3 stats out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, why does only 3 of them show? Where's Defense Penetration? That's weird. Alright, so like 9, right? So it's actually pretty easy to reroll something useful out of here pretty often. So that part's not too bad on the Haram Ring. But yes, you still have to take both of those other ones and merge them into this one. Yeah, that's definitely part of the whole process on the storyline. I don't think it's too insane, right? Islanders Lightning are playing for Stanley Cup right now? Oh, are they? See, I don't even know. Oh, to make it in the finals for the Stanley Cup. I see. Yeah, I haven't been following it. See, like when Chicago's in something, I have to follow it. And since we were in there for, you know, with the Blackhawks in hockey for a little while, it's been interesting. Hey, Mog Monster. You got nothing useful to say? Don't worry about it. We're just chilling anyways. We're not doing too much today. We're just, I'm just streaming for a little bit to help answer questions. We'll see what actually ends up happening. I don't have any plans. No plans. As usual, as usual, I don't have any plans for the stream. It's just streaming for the sake of streaming. Just to hang out with you guys and just chill. That's right. It is literally a lazy Sunday. And I got some stuff happening later today, so I kind of need to prepare for that. So I'll probably stream for like 2 or 3 hours. I wasn't going to stream at all, actually, because I was having some internet issues earlier, but thankfully all of that was cleared up just by restarting the router. Thankfully. I don't even know what the issues are. I just, like, I have weird micro lag in the game sometimes, where, like, it'll probably happen right now because I'm streaming, but, like, I notice the micro lag happens because it's so minuscule, but when I'm doing something like Blade Flurry over and over again, it will lag and not do something for a little bit, like a split second, or it'll lag and do like the 3rd or the 2nd hit twice or 3 times in a row. So it's really weird, and it happens, and it's so annoying because, you know, my timings and everything are so precise that I notice this stuff massively, and it's not fun to play that way. Yep, restarted the router and everything's fine. And the modem, restarted both. So thankfully, it's all good. Don't know why that happens. Probably should complain to Comcast, but you know how that goes. It's a whole nightmare with them. It's like, I don't even care. I just, like, I don't even know what I'd ask them to do. Replace all the outside cables? They might actually do that, to be honest. Oh, they might actually do that. I just realized why. Because they hadn't have... Oh, those cables are probably so old now. For some reasons for the building. Maybe I should ask them to do that. I should complain and see if they'll replace all the outside cables. They did that to my last apartment, and, like, literally I had no issues for 5 years. Or no, how much? For 4 years. At all. Like, I had 0 issues with them. 4 years, which is amazing for Comcast. But, you know, it's probably a rare case, right? So I could do that. I could see if that helps. I don't know. But restarting the router helps, so it could be just the router itself or the modem. Who knows? I don't care about that right now. What I care more about is getting this 3080 NVIDIA RTX 3080. I got a lot on my mind for upgrades and things, and this is a big portion. Oh, by the way, I don't know how to say... How do you want me to say your name, Schchick? I have no idea, but if you wanted to see the stats for the ring, like the actual stats and if it's worth it to upgrade or not, here they are. They're all here. You know, what you see on the screen is correct. So like 750 resilience and so on. They're all here. I'll just scroll right through. It's pretty good, I'd say. But for a little while there, what I was actually doing is I had both the Dream Ring and the Celestial Haram Ring, the one that is that just gives a bunch of defensive stats, and I would just switch between them depending on the scenario. I wish I could still do that, but because it eats both, now I don't have a ring for tanking, right? I only have a ring for, you know, damage. And granted, I did have, you know, I did put received damage reduction on this ring, so I do get 3% reduction there, which is nice. But it was also nice to just have a Dream Ring for the defense penetration, and a Haram Ring for the damage reduction and toughness and everything, right? Which is, you know, I don't have now. It was nice to have both. I think some tanks even prefer to have both. Some tanks who also want to, like, have DPS, right? So they'll have the Dream Ring for cases where they need to do damage. But you don't really get that choice with the Flawless Armor. You get one, and you put whatever stats you want on it, and then that's that. And it's nicer stats, obviously. 1200 defense penetration is much better than 900, but I don't know. It's all choices you can make, depending on what you want to do and how you want to play. Alright, let me pop the Sunlight Juice. Oh, I'm still using the other version. Okay, hold on. I'm using the wrong version of Blade Flurry. I want to go over here and hop out of battle. There we go. And it's still kind of laggy. Let me look away and let's try optimization mode again. Is this any better? Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's still laggy just because there's so many people doing this stuff, right? Well, it's not the prettiest looking game right now, but it'll get me at least through this event. If you have a second account, what would you say somebody should do with the vocation points to boost the main character? You've got kind of a lot of options for that, actually. Depending on what you do with your main character, you might actually even use vocation for seeds to actually grow, right, on property. So if there's some kind of seeds you want, or maybe there's seeds that are more expensive on the auction house, you may actually consider planting those. For example, what I tried for a little bit is... and you can still see it, right? I do the Blizzard Cubs, right? Because I decided to just try them out. And I've made quite a bit from the Blizzard Cubs just over a very long period of time. So that's just something that I was able to take advantage of, right? But it costs a lot of vocation for that. And there's a lot of RNG involved. The alternative is you'll see a lot of people selling Dawn's Drop here. They'll use their alt's vocation to buy these tradable items. And they might even upgrade them yourself if you can sell them for much more. Oh god, the zoom bug. Jeez. But anyways, so what they'll do is they'll just sell this gear directly, or they will upgrade them and then sell those, like the tier 2 or 3 or 4 Dawn's Drop of each individual one. You can make a little bit of extra money off of it. Those are kind of the only options for it. But there's a lot of options within that, right? Like what seeds you want to do, or if you want to do... breeding with the Yadas or the bears. But yeah, that's... you're right that a lot of it isn't tradable or it's not worth it, like the Royal Seeds or Heavy Hardwood. Those don't seem really worth it. Although that might even be wrong. How much are Royal Seeds right now? Okay, they're not even on here. They're not even on the auction house. Maybe Royal Seeds are worth it. I don't know. What do you mean by eager coins? Or did you misspell it, mean something else? Which coins? Do you mean Gilda coins? Is there anything else that's worth it in here? I don't know if people sell Captain's Protection. Probably not. Do people sell Captain's Protection? Let's see. No, nobody really does. Although, I don't think anybody would buy them either because of how easy it is to get vocation on alts. You could actually use your alt's vocation to buy Captain's Protection if you do trade runs on the cargo ship, and send them over to your main so that you don't have to use your main's vocation for the cargo, you know, the protection on the cargo ship. You could actually do that too. But what do you mean by eager coins? What does that mean? Or did you mean something else? God, it's so laggy. Why is it like this? Why? Not even running on 100% CPU or anything. It's just, it doesn't want to dedicate all the CPU it should be. It's very strange. Oh, whoops. Alright. I walked into that one. And there's no mages. Nobody can cleanse this off of me. Okay. The purple coins you get for the... Oh, so they just have a different name in German. I see. Okay, yeah, so in English it's called diligence coins. I don't know, maybe diligence is the same thing as what eager means in German. I don't even know. What's the proper definition of diligence? But anyways, so yeah, alts you'll get a bunch of diligence, right? Some of the stuff is tradable, some of it isn't. A lot of the tradable stuff is pretty cheap because everybody has alts doing the same thing, right? So for me, at this point, I don't really use my alt and his diligence for almost anything. The only thing you'll see me buying with diligence on my alt for my main is soap to wash the costume and the underwear, right? I mean, I already have all of the expansion slots that I need, so I don't need any of those. But he pretty much just saves them up, and if I ever do need something that's tradable from the diligence shop, then at least I have my alt for that, right? So like when I upgraded my speedboat, I had my alt use his diligence for the speedboat upgrade ticket, and so that's how I upgraded my speedboat, right? Same thing for multi-wagon upgrade to get the freighters. I used my alt's diligence for that, and I just, you know, on my main I was able to use those tickets because they're tradable. This stuff doesn't really sell for much gold, and I'm not really looking for 1,000 gold or whatever, you know. I don't need 1,000 or 500 gold, or I don't need a small amount. You know, because he's got like 600 diligence, which maybe translates to like 1 or 2,000, if anything, if even that. So I don't really care about that. So I'm just gonna have him store all the diligence, and anytime I do happen to need something that's tradable, I have my alt just in case, right? If you really do want to make money using diligence, if you really do want the extra 1 or 2k, then you could go the route of trying to find something that is selling for a good amount on the auction house, for a good diligence to gold ratio, and selling those. There's another thing you could do where you can actually sell glider images. So if you have a really cool glider image, like the one for Prestige, for example, so where's the Prestige shop? So like this thing, like this gold glider or something, if you have a really cool image, what you could do is you can use your alt to buy the tradable glider. There's a tradable glider in here. Where is it? I don't even know where it is. This one. Here's an example. Loving Allies Wings, or this pink one. This is a tradable glider, which means you could actually image another glider on top of it, give it to somebody else, and they will take off the image, and they can even give you back the glider so you can do that again, right? If they're nice enough, they'll give you back the glider. So you can do more trades. That is something you could do, but it doesn't really happen as much, and people generally don't really buy glider images as much, but you know, that's still a market you can look into, I guess. But that's kind of pushing it. The other thing you could do is you could use your alt to buy you tradable designs. So like, if you want a deserted cottage or something, right? You can actually get the design from that with your alt, if it's tradable, and send it over to your main, right? So that's something you could do. Just keep in mind, not all of them are. This beanstalk is not tradable. The beanstalk is bind on pickup, and so you wouldn't actually be able to trade that to your main. It would be a huge waste of diligence if you did that. But there's just some other ideas, at least, for things. Oh, we already finished? Oh my god. I'm really not paying attention. You're looking for a cool mount for your main, but all the cool mounts are being traded for diligence? They are. Oh, right, yes. Yeah, because they are, and you can't use your alts for those, right? And that's exactly it. That's exactly the thing, is that you'd rather use your main's diligence for, specifically for cool mounts or pets or whatever. And then your ult is just for, like, making money or for anything else that you need. Which is about right. Right now, if you really want to, you know, use your ult's diligence, you could get this thing every day. The labor gift every day. So make sure you're doing that, because it's a nice amount of labor. I haven't really been doing this myself, because I barely use my ults anyways, so I mostly forget. I haven't been doing this on my main much either, because on my main, I want the diligence for pets, right? So I'm kind of hesitant to even buy any more of these. I think I bought 3 of them. I'm like, alright, well that's enough. I'll be fine. I don't need any more than that. It's gonna be okay. I'd rather get all these pets and things instead of getting a whole bunch of those boxes. But yeah, so that's exactly how that works, right? Yeah, I don't know. I just save up. You know, if my ult has like 600 diligence, if I happen to need something, maybe I need a picture frame because I need it as like a crafting recipe. So like this thing, where is it? If I need this thing, blank stand-up canvas, to do some artistry stuff, I have my ult, right? And I just buy him to my ult, send him over, and then I can do the artistry thing. It's much easier. Blank canvases, thankfully, are now on the auction house, because there is a way to get it in-game, and somebody is doing it in mass. So you see they're like 7 gold each. So you don't have to buy those for diligence. You can actually just get them from the auction house, assuming somebody on your server is doing the same thing and putting blank canvases into the game so that they're all over the place. But for everything else, like maybe if I want a flag or some kind of customization, for whatever reason, I have my ult, right? He's ready. He's got all the diligence. I can take advantage of that whenever I get the chance to, if I need to. That's probably it. Like, you can't trade these 30-day things. You can't trade any of these pets. You can actually trade the plushies, I think. No, you can only trade the plushie accessories. But the plushies aren't super crazy. They're just cute. They do give some extra bonuses. For example, this one gives you maximum HP when it's nearby you. This one gives you maximum larceny proficiency when it's nearby you. This one gives cooking. This one, like, if you need it, you can get one of these. It's not... It's whatever. It's like a little thing that costs a lot of diligence that's kind of whatever, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but it exists. This one's nice because it decreases the production time. So, like, you'll make stuff a little bit faster, but I don't know. And generally, these aren't the most important things you'll have. This one's nice. It gives you swim speed by 3%. Underwater gathering time by 5%. That's weird. Movement speed by 3%. Meh. Yeah, I don't know. Just save up. Just hold on to them. It's probably the best thing you could do. Alright. Optimization mode off. Oh my god. Completely different game now. Jeez. All the textures are still loading, of course. Thanks for the follow, Jonathan. Appreciate that. I also don't have any schedule, by the way, guys. Like, I stream in my own time whenever I have some free time, right? And I can help answer questions, or if anybody's trying to learn something about ArcheAge. So if you do like the stream and you do want to use me as a resource for information, make sure to follow so that you know when I go live. And there's all this other social media that I post stuff on, of course, too. So you can always go and follow me on Twitter. I post all of these streams and highlights and other guides and stuff on YouTube, so you can go there. Or you can go in the ArcheAge Research and Development Discord if you want to know when I go live, or just want to talk about different research and things, or ask a lot of questions. That community is hosted by me. It's my server. So those are some other resources you guys can use. Otherwise, did you guys have any other questions about ArcheAge things? Anything you guys want to know more about? Mechanics, theory crafting, etc.? This is a good place to ask those sorts of things. Follow Faram still is not up. Always wonder why people buy those Bowler Pairs and Yadas. Bowler Pairs and Yadas. Yeah, that's for breeding mostly. People generally use them for breeding. I actually have a whole bunch right now that I have set up that I use for breeding, right? And so occasionally you'll get some extra. You'll get something pregnant. Your male bears will get a female bear pregnant, and it'll give you a baby. And there's a whole bunch of stuff with that. Like, There's whole systems involved with breeding. Just breeding itself is just kind of nice, but yeah, that's the main reason why people have both of those. You're just trying to learn combos and stuff. Well, I mean, I can give you some tips on different combos or ways you can combo depending on what classes you're looking into, if that helps, John. I don't want to give exact builds, right? Like, oh, use these 5 skills or use these skills, because it's going to be different no matter what. Like, there's so many different play styles. Giving a build is really hard, because then it's like you don't even know what the combos are. But I can help teach about different skills or different combos or different classes. No problem with that, if that helps a little bit. Note that all of these streams are uploaded up to YouTube after the stream ends in full. So if I ever answer a question and you want to go back to hear the answer again, you can always go to my YouTube channel to hear those answers. Especially if I answered something in a lot of detail and it was hard to follow, which does happen pretty often, right? I know that. It happens all the time. So the YouTube videos, I think, are a pretty good place to go and listen to an answer again to hopefully catch something else that you might have missed the first time. So feel free to ask about different classes and stuff, John. We can go over those. Let me run really quickly to the restroom. So I'll be right back in a minute, and then if you guys do ask any questions in the meantime, we'll get back to it once I'm back from the restroom, alright? So I'll be right back in a minute. Everybody chill. Alrighty, we're back. What's up? I didn't miss anything? Are we good? Let me... Man, I really do have to turn off shadows, huh? What am I at right now? 20 frames? 25? 30? 25. Alright, 25 to 30. Let's go and turn off shadows. And the difference... It's slightly higher. The average is higher. Okay. Yeah, I guess for streams we'll just turn off shadows unless something's actually happening. I gotta put this stuff away. Oh, hold on. What did I miss here? What is all of this stuff that's going on? Okay. Ooh, strength of the faction. Wait, I could take advantage of that with some loot drop rates. But how? How do I want to do that? I already did Mist-Song, so unless I want to re-spend to get back into Mist-Song more, which I don't think I'm going to be able to. How would I take advantage of some extra loot drop rate? I don't know if I can, honestly. Yeah, I'm not sure. really can't think of anything. It'd be nice if we had a castle I could go farm some of the unidentified shards to upgrade my cloak. But, like, I don't know, I don't really care too much about that. It's at 0%, but it's already eternal, so it's pretty much got the boosts that it needs. Getting it up to 100% is like... It's like a cherry on top of a cake, you know? You don't really need it there, but, you know, it's nice. Sure. It tastes good. What else? I don't know. I don't know what else. If you guys have any questions about ArcheAge things, feel free to ask. We're mostly here to help answer your questions or help educate about different mechanics or things. You guys have to bring up your questions. And yeah, John, if you had any questions about a class or combos, you can ask. We can go over those. Oh, the music is still loud. There we go. Alright, should we try to... I don't know, I guess let's just go. Let's see if we can get a sparring arena. I don't know if it will kill off my elixir buff, but I guess now we'll find out, right? Let's see what happens. I don't even know if we'll get a sparring arena, because nobody would probably go in there if it kills off the elixir buff, right? I have no idea. The other thing we could try is we could try to get a Nori group. Or Hero After Rebellion. I haven't done Hero After Rebellion in a long time, actually. Should I do that? It's been so long. Quick Prince kill. I mean, I'm okay with Quick Prince kill, but nobody's going to join him because they also want level 30 or 35 at least, right? I really want to do Missang Banquet, too. Should I see if people are ready for Missang Banquet? I have no idea. So many options, I don't even know what I want to do. I guess we could do Hero After Rebellion. It's been a long time since I've done that. You can see how my current gear and everything helps, since it's been so long. Why not? Let's do it. Let's do Hero After Rebellion. I'm still going to do the meme build in it because it's just funny, and I don't really care about how the progress goes. So we're gonna do it with a whole bunch of melee people in Hero After Rebellion. All right, that's how this works. That's the meme build. Oh, we did it. Hopefully I can at least get a couple of extra sun glows out of this. I'm actually kind of running out of the sun glow gems, or sun glow lunarite. I'm gonna have to start collecting a lot more. I don't want to run dungeons, but I'll try to buy them if they're cheap, and they're actually really, really cheap right now. So let's do this. Let's turn this off. And I still can't teleport through this, no matter what I do. Although I haven't done it with the bunny anytime soon. Everybody keeps saying you gotta use the bunny. But the bunny hasn't worked for me for some time, so... I don't know. I don't have the bunny right now out. It's inside of a box that I can't open. But whatever, I'm not in any rush. It doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, I think most people use the bunny. I used to use the bunny too, but then after 6.5 or 6.0, I think, whenever the garden came out, after that I was never able to use the bunny again. Like, I'd never failed once before that patch. Ever. Like, I didn't even know you could fail. I thought it was instant. I thought it was the easiest thing ever. And then after that patch, I failed 100% of the time. I was never able to do it again. So, and it's the same move, actually, as this one. It's the exact same move, the same skill, the same cooldown as this Leomorph's, the regular Leomorph's ability. So, it's a little weird that it wouldn't work anymore suddenly. And that it works for everybody else, but not me. But that's okay, we don't need the extra minute. I've already, I've min-maxed everything I can in here. I got everything that I need from this dog, so now we just do it for fun, right? I did all of the quests from every single person, of course. as I like all the lore stuff, and the lore in here actually progresses the lore of the game, which is really, really cool. Falls, this, go over here, let's get a good Kurt. I think I have everything I need to make this work, but it's still going to be a little bit of RNG. Come here, guy. There we go. Alright. Hopefully this works. Bam. Go over here. Pull him. Go over here. Alright. And then he needs to go to Cook Kurt. Okay. Cook Kurt is not doing anything. Amazing. Cook Kurt literally is just running into a wall. It's completely useless there. Thanks, Cook. Thanks, buddy. You're a real pal. Real pal. Wait, where the hell is he? What the hell? He's actually stuck. But he's actually stuck. Okay. What? Alright, let me try something a little different then. This might kill me again, but I really don't care. Oh my god. I'm dead. Cook! Do something! Like he's actually... Oh, I think we're okay. I think we're good. Let's see. Yeah, as long as he doesn't reset, we can go get those guys. Let's see. More of an experiment at this point to see if this will even work. There's nobody here. We get this? Yeah, we did it. Yay! We wasted so much time though. Yay! Let's go. Come on. Actually got stuck on a ladder. Can't believe it. Oh, yeah. Alright, what do we need? We only need Marion. This is the mean build still. We're not gonna back down. Oh no, we need Marion, but also we need Belian as well, of course. We need both of them. And I guess Isan is still pretty good for the defense reduction. Alright, we'll go with these three. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Doing the mean build. Oh, I have the wrong weapons equipped. There we go. I still don't know if it's equipped? No. Okay. Alright, so at this point, all we need is the melee warriors. That's it.
Target is at a different elevation.
And I'm still lagging to the point where this is still annoying. I can't believe it. Just give me the 3080 already, alright? Just give me a better graphics card. Even better than the freaking 1080 Ti. Just can't wait. Okay. There we go. This. What a crazy amount of little lag that happens here. Just because of effects and stuff. Running at like 20 frames on average. Oh, I should be using this ability, of course. Oh, wait, it's not working. So now they're actually taunting everything. What do we got from that? No lunar glow? Okay. Very slow run. I don't like this. Just because of the first part, I guess, but still. Alright. Warriors. Get in there. Go nuts. Put on a light show is all that they're doing. You good? More warriors. Let's do this. Meme build. Also, I kind of want to see this. I want to see... Oh, it works! Wow. I didn't have time to switch back to my actual equipment. That's still pretty good, though. I gotta practice using that. And I gotta practice using all my weapon swaps now that I've really started to upgrade them. Alright, more warriors. And then, over here. Get all these guys. Wait, where's everybody? Guys. Hello? Get in there. What are you doing just standing over there?
Target is facing the wrong direction.
Good. Do we get a sun glow one time? Yay! Already worth it. All of this is worth it now. Back up. Go over here. This guy. Is there one on top of there? There is. Oh, I hate that. It's so annoying. Alright, light show time. As soon as I push the button, they all have spears, and so it puts on a massive light show. See? That's why this is a meme build for the Hereafter Rebellion. Just because of the light show. That's the whole reason I like it. It's because it's very silly. And totally unnecessary. Alright, there's another Harbinger here, so... Good. Thing is, these guys barely take any damage, so the healer is really just for me. Just having Marion is just for me. Of course, the other problem is that the melee DPS is not that great when it comes to trying to kill off these harpies. It would be a lot nicer to have archers for that, since they pretty much one-shot everything instantly with L-tier's ability. But it's a meme build, so it's really just meant to be funny. And we accomplish that every single time. Oh, that's not the right mount for that. We need the Leomorph out for everything here. Let's get another one of you. Go and do this way. Good. Alright, Leomorph. Back. Teleport. DPS. With only 5 minutes left, I might just go directly into the left zone. Because I want to try to kill the Dread Necromancer. Oh, there is actually a tower here, so it does make sense. I could do this. Alright, come here, everybody. I'm not even using Wiggles. What am I doing? Alright, now we actually have a build, now that Wiggles is out. Alright, good. Harbinger is dead. I'm gonna just shroud myself. There we go. Have everybody do their little abilities. Now you'll see some massive light show again. Because everybody's getting taunted. Did that again. Left. I should be able to kill the Dread Necromancer guy. I'll probably die in the process, but this should be okay. Good. Alright, let's go. So I need to kill the Dread Guard, and I need to disable this guy. So we're going to do this, that, this. We're going to wait until he starts attacking, and then go for him. Okay, Harbinger is dead. Now I can go for the Guard. And everybody get taunted. Guard is over here. Guard again. I need to try to disappear here. Otherwise I'm just going to end up dead. Retaunt everything. Oh, I lost somebody actually. Okay, there. Dead. Nice. Let's go pick up his soul. Still no other... It's okay then. Let's get these guys. We only lost one person in that, I think. And we get 3 more warriors. Oh, we still have to kill this one too, of course. Alright, there is a Harbinger here, so we're going to kill him and then do the taunt. Go over here. Good. Harbinger is dead. We have one more chance to get another Sunglow. Taunt, fire on the tower. I don't think they're going to do very much damage to it though, yeah. Not very much damage. At all. But I'm just trying to speed this up by killing everything else here. There we go. Alright. I don't know, everything else is dying pretty quickly. Anyways, the tower is just taking a little while to summon stuff so that its buff goes away. Retaunt. Look at this light show. Look at all these freaking swords. It's so cool. Alright, 1 minute left. I think this is probably the last one we're going to be able to kill. Is there another tower over there? No, there isn't. So it doesn't even matter. Now we only got one Sunglow. A lot of armor. And we did get 500 prestige, so that's not bad. We have a pretty decent chance to get a ring. Or maybe it's guaranteed at 500. I don't even remember at this point. It's been so long. I'm just going to have everybody go and attack this stuff and put on a light show in the end. Light show! Look at them. Look at them with their spears. God, there's so many. Jeez. Let them do all the work. What do they need me for? Nothing. They even have the shield because I didn't kill the Harbinger, but I don't really care. It doesn't really matter. He has another ability, Summon Spirit? I didn't notice that. He always dies too fast whenever I go for him. Alright, more spears! More light show! Yeah, man. Oh no, that's the Necromancer that did that ability. Where's the Harbinger? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Done. We're out of here. Pulled off the meme build, even though we had a pretty crappy start. To be fair, the melee guys are actually really good for tanking everything, and of course for the ability that you get to use with them too. It's actually pretty normal to use them, I think, but nobody ever does. So to me, it's still a meme build. to be doing it that way. Alright. Do we get a ring out of it, or do we get a necklace out of it, rather? Does it even say if it's guaranteed? No, technically it's not guaranteed. I might not get one. But I think at 500 prestige, it's pretty common. So, yeah, we ended up getting one. Let's go to this. And put all that stuff away. Not this. It's actually been so long since I've done the Hereafter Rebellion. Nice to know it's just getting easier and easier as I get more gear and more weapon swaps and things, right? Any other questions from chat? I mean, I'm mostly streaming just to help answer questions from you guys, so if there's anything interesting or things you want to learn more about, or mechanics you want to learn more about, or you know, theorycraft builds, this is a really good place to do all of that, right? Just streaming to be open for your questions, and if we don't have anything, that's fine, but it's always nice to be able to have a place to ask questions and learn stuff and have conversations about things, so really just trying to keep myself open whenever I've got a little bit of free time to pretty much just chill with chat, right? Just hang out. What else do we want to try to do? Nora yet Smurfs, okay. There's an open group for Ipnia Sanctuary? That doesn't make any sense. These are usually private groups. What are they expecting? Somebody from another server? Should I do that? They might just need a healer for all I know. Whatever. Nothing there. Man, I want to do PvP. I wonder... I really hope that the new graphics cards comes in soon. I hope I can even get one on day one. So I really want to use it. I really want to make use of the at least the encoder on it, so that it would make the streams a lot more, a lot smoother. Very excited about it. I'm still kind of thinking about whether or not the first day of streaming I want to play, like the first day of streaming with the new graphics cards, you know? I'm going to stream either Dwarf Fortress, which is an ASCII-based text game, or Hearthstone, which is just a lot simple. It's really, really simple to stream. You don't need a crazy graphics card for it, and it's just kind of as like a joke, you know? Oh, I got the 3080. Let's play some Dwarf Fortress. I really want to make that joke, so I might. I really might follow through with that, because I've always actually wanted to play Dwarf Fortress, and I kind of did it at some point, but it's so complicated, and I kind of want to learn it. So I might do that. I might actually do that. I haven't decided yet. I know that it wouldn't be a popular stream because nobody really cares, but because, you know, I'm an arcade streamer, and it's not like I do... It's not like I have an audience for a whole bunch of different content that I do, right? It would be significantly less people. But I think as a joke, it'd be pretty funny just to do that for a few hours, right? So I might actually follow through with it. It's a good excuse to play Dwarf Fortress, right? And they're doing like a graphics overhaul to it, actually, so that it's not just ASCII-based text anymore. Like an official overhaul with UI and everything. So that's pretty cool, right? But we wouldn't be doing that. That's crazy talk. We're gonna be playing the ASCII game if we're gonna play Dwarf Fortress, of course. We're gonna play the old school one. So we'll see. We'll see how that ends up. Hopefully I can even get one of those graphic cards on day one, because it's gonna be like... I'm sure bots are gonna be spamming the shit out of it, trying to get as many as they can. It's gonna be hard to fight for one. And actually, what is it, the 17th when they come out? I think it's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So I have to be really, really ready for that. I've got alarms set and everything. I wonder if they put out official information about when the sale starts. NVIDIA 3080. When does sale begin? Okay, what time does sale begin? I don't know. What time? I need to know what time, not the date. Maybe they've put out nothing about it. I have no idea. I've only heard rumors, but I don't know what's official about the timing. I'm sure people will say something maybe closer to that date, I guess. We'll have to actually see. Oh yeah, I wanted to check the rankings on the sports fishing thing. Can I get 6 or 5 coins? Oh damn, there was actually a lot of people fishing. Because I only got 298. And the last time, I think that was good enough for... Yeah, like, oh no, last time I got 324. Okay, a little bit higher. So like last week, there was like nobody doing it for some reason. This week, it looks like a lot more people, tons more people were doing the weekend fishing event. So I only got Celestial, which means I only got 5 coins, which is still fine, honestly. It's not that big of a deal. I'm getting pretty close to actually getting the mermaid bath. Oh god, it's not in there anymore. The stupid warehouse moved. I'm at 121, and I need 180, so like a few more weeks pretty much, and then I'll be able to get the mermaid bath. I've never gotten like first place or anything in the Mirage Isle Fish Fest. It's just like, you have to be super lucky. That's all that it is. Alright. Can we do anything else? Should we do something? People farming each other in the drill camp arena. I'm a little bit afraid of trying the sparring arena because I don't want to lose the elixir buff. Especially because it's rank 4 now. But then I still don't have any confirmation about whether or not you lose it when you try to go to these, you know, the balanced arenas. We could lose a few times, though, in the Gladiator Arena. No, nobody there either. Oh, we actually got somebody. Okay. Yay, okay. They queued up again, I guess. That's weird. We'll see what 16k I go up against right now. That will just one-shot me before I can do anything. I'm not playing as Aromancy, so unfortunately there's no real way that I could fight it. Yeah, we got a... Oh, another Curse Brand, actually. But they... pretty similarly geared, he's just got some pots on. But I think that's okay. This could go either way. It just comes down to who stuns who first. That's all. Whoever stuns the other person first wins. Or impales, or whatever. Right.
First blood.
Well, now I don't have Defiance, so he's gonna win the second one. Oh, he's also using single target Hellspear. Ugh. That's really weird. Okay. I have an idea, though. Got him. Oh, I didn't get him that time. That's okay. Now I'm dead. Yeah, there's nothing I could do about that. That's okay. But now I have my Defiance, and he doesn't. Actually, I can't tell if he used his Defiance or not. It should be okay. If he didn't use his Defiance, then I think he still has a pretty good chance to win. Okay, yeah. It's still very easy, just whoever stuns who first wins, right? Not the most interesting thing in the universe. Generally, 1v1s are pretty boring to me. That's why I like them in the sparring arena a lot better, because at least there the fight will last a lot longer. It's less about gear, and now that you actually have defense penetration as a part, and crit as a part of the builds that are in the sparring arena and the balanced arenas, it's a lot more interesting, because people can't just tank it like crazy. You can actually make use of defense pen or crit builds really, really well. It's actually a lot more enjoyable. I do like what they did with the buffs in the balanced arenas. It makes a lot of sense too. But, you know, people are still farming their alts. We still have a pretty bad system in general for NAEU in our region. Well, our regions, right? It'd be nice to actually get some changes to everybody's systems to make it a lot better. Now I see this person is regrading. They're regrading sales. There you go. We're on a fight in sparring arena, though. Should I just give it up? I don't really care about this buff. It doesn't really give you that much labor anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Let's try to go into sparring. Alright, no luck with the sparring arena, huh? What if the person who was in Gladder Arena came over to sparring, so that we could actually, you know, fight in a way where it's not just whoever CCs who first wins, right? It's a lot more fun. To at least have a little bit of an extended fight and use positioning and everything appropriately. Would be nice, right? But usually people with gear tend to not go into the sparring arena because they'd rather be using the gear that they got, right? Whereas I'm the complete opposite. If I have gear over somebody, I don't want to, like, it's boring for me to kill people who have less gear and who are not there yet like I am, right? It's boring because it doesn't make any sense. It's just waste of time. I don't gain anything out of it. Ooh, Kyrios badges. Ooh, gain a little bit of Kyrios badges. Alright, whatever. That's nothing. Doesn't mean anything. I don't learn anything. That's the more important part. People kind of forget. Learning timings and everything is really, really important, but people just want to win. So yeah. Sparring arena is a little bit empty right now. And again, a lot of people probably don't want to risk their elixir buff by going into the sparring arena. So, you know, they don't even want to go in. So it's probably just a little less popular because of that. Which sucks, to say the least. What else can we do then in the meantime? We could do more Glads, right? I don't want to fight the same person over and over again. Sand Legion, is the game still pay to win? ArcheAge Unchained really took away all of those aspects, right? People will still cheat like any MMO. But that's on a different level, right? It's risking getting your account banned, so it's very different. The ArcheAge Unchained version, which is a version that came out like, I think like almost a year ago, something like that. They have a new Fresh Start server that just came out 3 months ago, I think. I think it's been 3 months now. But anyways, the whole ArcheAge Unchained motto is that there is no sort of pay-to-win aspect. Plus, there's really no pay-to-win in general because it's so easy to get to the point where you are able to win, right? Able to succeed without needing to pay anything additional, period. I mean, the whole aspect of all of these gameplay mechanics that have changed over the years have created a way that allows new players to get to a competitive level just within like a month or two of, you know, putting in the effort for it, time for it, of course, right? but it's a lot more interesting because of that, because people can actually make a pretty big difference in any scenario. And even if you don't have gear, you can still make a pretty big difference by playing classes that are needed, like backline support classes, which is something that people don't really do. But it's a lot more enjoyable in general because of all this and all the changes that have happened, and it's pretty good though. What about the economic state, since it's no longer a sub-game? So they did put out a DLC, which gives you a lot of the endgame content. Well, it gives you access to the garden, which is a lot of endgame content, pretty much, and some luxury stuff to be able to progress a little bit faster with your gear. I think it's like $10 because it's usually on sale, so it's not that bad compared to like a $60 expansion of another game, right? What do you mean in-game economics since it's no longer a sub-game? In terms of what, like just prices of stuff? I don't know. I mean, prices of things have been going pretty low because, you know, now there's more of a supply, right? And so it's a lot easier to progress because the things that were usually expensive before, like a lot of things to upgrade your gear, like superior glows, like these things. Oh wow, somebody just bought out the market. Oh no, never mind. Sorry, it's just flipped the wrong way. So the price of things have generally been a lot lower because these used to be like 40 gold. So the whole point is, now that everybody's gotten the gear they want, they're trying to sell off the rest, or they're trying to sell off the income that they'd get the gear from normally. So generally it's pretty good. It's a pretty good spot for a player to come in on and start to actually progress their own characters, right? New players can actually get to a point where they're competitive a lot quicker. And yeah, most of the servers are doing pretty well. I'd say, you know, there's definitely more popular servers than some others, right? On NA, the Tyrannos server is pretty popular. All of the factions are actually quite equal in terms of the, you know, competitiveness and how much people are really pushing content, which is awesome. I'm on Win. Win is a little bit lopsided. The East pretty much owns the end game content, like world bosses, while the West has more people and a lot more guilds kind of working on other content to catch up, like Abyssal to get gold and other things, you know, to sort of try to earn gold. So the Win West experience is like the underdog experience, where we're trying to get everybody together and all these different guilds work together to actually complete a goal, which is pretty cool. So there are different servers with varying levels of activity, right? Which I think is perfectly fine. There is a fresh start per region that just came out like 3 months ago, a little bit more than 3 months ago. So you could start there. Personally, I feel like it's already kind of dying out in terms of like the popularity of it is kind of a lot lower. And if they do introduce merges or transfers, then they'd probably bring them to the old servers first. So I still would recommend starting in one of the old servers, like Tyrannos, or like Win, if you like that underdog experience with a West player, right? If you want to go Win West. So yeah, in general, it's pretty good. I've been answering this question a lot, as you can imagine. Sand Legion. A lot of people come into the stream and ask that, so I do have a highlight of this answer that I probably, honestly, that highlight's probably a lot better than what I said just now. But honestly, if people dedicate time to it, it's a really good game. It's a good game to play for years. That's the whole point of Arcade. You're not meant to go into the game, get to the end game in a month, play it, and then quit. That's not that's Overwatch. You go to Overwatch to play something for a month, okay? Just because you want to do something. But in general, it's like Arcade is a game meant to be played for years and enjoyed for years, and you'll play for years and learn something new every day still because of how much stuff is hidden, how much stuff you have to uncover, how many questions you have to ask to learn something, how many secret quests there are, or secret items, or secret, you know, like mini-games all over the map, or whatever. All the different mechanics with the castles, or the castle siege system, you know, the different instances, the timings of everything. Then you want to also go and progress all of your mounts and vehicles and boats, and upgrade your boats and upgrade your vehicles. That'll be a thing soon. You know, getting combat pets, gliders, all of your little offhand weapon swaps, your housing plots, all of your cosmetics. There's so many different things in the game that, yeah, I've played for, you know, since release in AAU, but I haven't just been working on gear, right? That's not the only thing I've been doing. I've been also doing all these other things, which is why it makes sense that a player starting now can actually catch up, because the people you're fighting aren't just working on their gear for the last 9 months, right? They're working on other stuff too. And so you can get to a competitive level with gear actually pretty quickly, especially right now during all these anniversary events. It's actually a ridiculously good time at the moment to start playing because there's so many catch-up events happening at the moment. So in addition to the catch-up mechanics the game offers, these events, which honestly happen all the time, there's catch-up events happening all over the place throughout the year. It allows other people to get involved and get to a competitive point a bit faster, right? You never PvP on Ark? You were more of a trader, nothing else? What do you mean, Ark? Arch? Arch? What's Arch? What do you mean by Arch? Sorry. But you left once you're getting one-shot killed most of the times. It's still going to happen, right, in the early game, which is why I always recommend people play a little different classes, right? If you're a DPS... Oh, Arcage, I see. Play a different class. Like, you don't need any gear to play some really, really nice backline defensive classes that allow you to, from the backlines, contribute more than most DPSs would. So, like, literally, classes that help buff your allies, classes like Witchcraft or Occultism that help debuff or lock down a whole group of allies. Aromancy that can even buff your allies through Protective Wings, which is one of the most powerful abilities that's very underused. Or Health Lift to help give people more health, or even Thwart. There's so many different ways to play, you know, especially while you get gear, that people really don't value as much, right? You can bard a little bit with Songcraft from the back lines while defending all your friends with, like, Alarm... Oh, no, they've changed the names. Sonic Wave now. And, you know, through all sorts of different ways, or charming enemies. So there's a lot of ways to play that people don't really, unfortunately, choose, right? Because they want to be the DPS. Oh, I'm going to play DPS. Or a healer, which is fine, right? Or a tank. But if you don't have the gear for it, you gotta do something else, man. You gotta introduce some classes that'll help keep you alive in combat longer while contributing to your team and killing off an enemy team, right? This is all PvP that I'm talking about. And because that little aspect is undervalued, because that problem happens, you see less people playing because they don't want to get one-shot all the time, because they're playing a class that they really shouldn't be quite yet. The common example is the top 100 list of players that play all these classes. It's very common, you know, if you say, oh, what class should I play? Somebody will tell you, look at the top 100 list. But don't do that. That's the worst thing you can do. Because this top 100 list are people with the highest gear. They're not going to die. They're being gear carried to survive. So they're not going to play classes that include Aromancy, Defense, Witchcraft, even Occultism. Because they're not trying to survive. They're just trying to pump out as much DPS as humanly possible. So these are not the classes you want to look at, especially as you're just starting out, right? These are the classes at the end game who do damage. But one person with Witchcraft can disable any of these people, anyone on this entire list, in such a powerful way, and yet people don't play Witchcraft as much, right? Because they're all trying to play these top classes. So it's kind of a common misconception with the game, which is unfortunate, that you have to play these classes for DPS or whatever. But the more powerful, and in honestly my opinion, more fun way, is to play in a way that actually has massive value. So mixing it up a little bit, using different kinds of skill combos and things to help sort of, you know, keep your party alive is really good. Like, frickin' nobody uses Protective Wings on our server, and yet everybody complains about how powerful mages are. Well, let me tell you a very easy way to make sure that your party doesn't die. 2 mages. You literally pop Flame Protective Wings in your back lines, and no one can die to a mage. Period. That's it. And it lasts for like 8 seconds. No, actually, I think it's more than that. And yet, you know, it's, again, really undervalued, right? Because people would rather be playing DPS or something else. 12 seconds. There you go. So, yeah, that's kind of how this works. And I think people are starting to understand that these classes are important, but it's... Like, Legacy servers definitely understand. Legacy servers, you'll see tons of people using, like, Aromancy and stuff, because they get it now. Finally, after so many years. Arcade Unchained, like, this server hasn't really picked up on that yet, unfortunately. I know, I go a little bit nuts with these conversations. This is my usual speech when somebody asks this question, but I think it's a great question. I think it needs to be yelled out more often that, yes, the game is really good. Just chill, alright? Stop being super competitive. You're gonna be alright, alright? It's a game you're supposed to be playing for years. Alright, it's a good game. It's got everything you could possibly want in it, to some degree. That's how it's designed, right? Yeah, I am on the YouTube channel. I put all these highlights in the full streams on YouTube. So, like, I do highlight this answer. A lot of people get some value out of it, which is good. But, you know, I'm not trying to, like, become super popular or anything. I mostly stream in my off hours just because I want to help answer questions, you know, like the one you asked. And answer questions about mechanics and gameplay and theory crafting and all sorts of things. So, if you ever do want to hear this answer again, Sand Legion, it'll be up on YouTube and in full, like the full stream, and then you can always look at it or listen to it again or point a friend to that specific spot in the stream. But I've already done this kind of a highlight several times answering this question, so you could always look at those too. Mogmonster, I'd say the economic, or I'm sorry, you'd say the economy is anemic because each server has its own auction house. Sometimes you just can't buy basic things because nobody's listing them. That's true, yeah. Sometimes you could actually own a market entirely by yourself because nobody else is selling something, or because somebody bought out the entire market for it. For example, these superior glows that I showed off earlier, right? Somebody could go and buy out everything here and relist them for a much higher price. Literally could do that. It's not that hard, right? There's actually quite a number of them on there right now. It looks like somebody did buy them out for like 13 gold and are reselling them for 15 maybe. But anyways, my point is that yes, it's actually a thing. So sometimes you could look and like there won't be any corn at all, and it's actually a good time. You see how crazy the prices kind of spike up and down. It's because somebody buys out the whole market and then somebody else tries to sell them for like 7 gold or 7 silver each or 9 silver each or something much higher because they're trying to make a profit off of it. But you're right, yeah, so sometimes getting something off of the auction house is a little bit tougher because it's per server at the moment instead of, you know, the auction house being cross-server like it is in Legacy, right? But you can play a game with that too, right? Like, that's exactly what I do. I play the auction house game. I buy low and I sell high. I don't buy out the markets because I'm not a jerk, but people do that. But what I'll do is I'll literally buy stuff that's low and I'll just resell it higher. That's a main source of income for me. In fact, it's such a main source of income for me, I barely use my labor for anything else because I don't use my labor, right? So I'll use my labor on other fun things like proficiency. But again, I've played this game for a lot of years. I am a veteran in that sense, so I understand how the marketplace works with the auction house. And it's something I'm able to take advantage of myself, right? Because I've practiced with it. I don't expect every new player, returning player to do that, right? But that's just kind of how that works. Do you plan to get tier 3 gems or stick with honor gems? ASD, I'm just going to stick with the honor gems. I don't want to do crafted. Like, it's such a pain for me to have to do that at this point. But and honestly, the honor gems are pretty good because even though they're like +4, +5 for me at the moment, the stats curve off so much at the end game anyways. I don't really need to be upgrading these like crazy, so it's perfectly fine where it is. I'm not going to switch to crafted or anything. And even on this like off gear that I'm doing, it's just going to be all honor gems because I know based on my legacy character after playing for so many years, at some point I'm going to have too much honor, right? I'm going to upgrade all this stuff and I'm going to have too much honor anyways. So I may as well prolong that, prolong the point of when I'm going to finally not need honor anymore, right? And I did that by just having all honor gems. A lot of people actually mix both. They'll use some honor gems and some crafted gems, and neither route is bad, right? There's benefits to both. And so they'll mix both into their actual build so that they can kind of take advantage of both of them, right? Some crafted, some honor, some that are based in gold, some that are based on, you know, honor, right? And honor income. Always Gaming, how much is the Garden DLC? I think it's $15, but it's usually on sale. It's usually, I think it's even on sale for this whole month or something, so it might be $10 right now. Again, it's a DLC, yeah, that gives you access to a lot of end game stuff. If you can bundle it with the main game, which I think you still can, and they still have like a discount and all that, you may as well just take advantage of it, right? But I think it's worth it, absolutely. It's not like it's a $60 game expansion or anything. And the actual story from it and the boss fights are amazing. They're actually really, really good. And so I enjoyed them quite a bit. Of course, I did them day one on stream, and I didn't get any help from anybody, so that was really nice to actually try to figure out how to do everything. I loved it. I enjoyed it so much. Plus how much I love, you know, the lore, obviously. There's quite a massive amount of lore in Arcade because it's based off of a novel, or a set of novels by a semi-famous Korean author. So, you know, doing all that stuff was really, really fun for me. It's not $50 always gaming. You probably looked at a bundle that includes both the base game and the DLC, and is probably like a gold pack or an Arceum pack or something. You'd probably have to look at the store on Glyph yourself to be like, what exactly is just the Garden DLC cost, right? And make sure that you're actually buying the correct one. That's pretty much all. That's what I would recommend there. Does the game still have labor points? Yes, absolutely. The whole system is based off labor points, right? So you will spend your labor to do stuff, and then there are still so many things to do in this game for money that is not labor at all. Period. Like, you don't need labor to go and go into different dungeons and do stuff, right? You don't need labor to go into the greater dungeons and actually earn Sunglow gems, which you're going to need for other stuff, right? Which is something that people do very commonly. People will actually farm some of the very, very easy dungeons because one of the bosses actually drops a very, very expensive material that people need all the time. And so there's a lot of things you could do on a daily if you wanted to, or just whenever in your free time, to actually still earn an income without needing any labor points at all, right? The labor points themselves is really just for extra, like, farming or getting materials that you need or crafting or whatever. And, or fishing or, you know, whatever sort of thing you're looking to do. I didn't collect these yet. But I don't know, at this point, like, I've had so much labor points that I've been just working on every proficiency at the same time. To some degree, I want to get everything up to some, like, at least 50k, because I want to get all the titles. But, like, I have Larceny all the way up, so if I ever really have a whole bunch of extra labor, where I want to spend a bunch of labor, then I have a whole bunch of coin purses to open, right? It's not the greatest amount of gold per labor, but it's still perfectly fine. Like right now, I just spent a whole bunch of gold to upgrade a lot of these weapons that I use as weapon swaps, and so I'm a little bit broke right now. But if I ever need gold or whatever, then I'll just go and pop a whole bunch of these rechargers or open up a bunch of coin purses and get those out of the way. So at least I have that in case, right? Just in case I need some extra gold. I think I did GR today. Yeah, I did GR today. I guess they're doing a GR group. Hopefully that answers your question, everybody. I went through all three of you guys. ASD, Always Gaming, Sand Legion. If you guys have any other questions, or anybody in chat, any lurkers in chat, if you guys have any questions about arcade stuff, or you want to talk about mechanics, or you want to theorycraft builds, maybe you have a question on some of the Reddit posts that I've put out that talk about different mechanics in the game, please feel free to ask those here. Is it $15? Okay, for the garden expansion, so it's not on sale right now. But if you're... Oh, on Steam. I don't know how they do the Steam sales, honestly. And either way, if you buy it from Steam, it still has to go through Glyph, I think. Or maybe it's just whatever character you log in on first, I've heard. So I don't know exactly how that works with Steam. But check the main Glyph page and see if you can actually get it from there. I don't really know how any of that stuff works through Steam, unfortunately. Does PvE damage on your pet gear affect you or the pet? So you're talking about this stuff, right? The Tier 2 pet gear, or even the Tier 1 pet gear that has extra PvE damage. But no, this is all just for the pet itself. So because it has all of this armor on and the set effects, all of this stuff is just for the pet. So this pet has pretty much 4 or 5 times PvE damage. So he actually hits like a freaking truck in PvE, right? So he'll be able to actually farm garden mobs the way that, you know, with how powerful he is, you know, and this equipment that I put on him. Now that said, I also am pretty powerful, so I'm able to actually farm garden mobs just fine. But yeah, it's still a thing. ASD, doing Ancestor Coin Purse a good source of gold or a waste of labor? From C server, I don't know. It's a little different on C, actually. I think you guys still have jackpots as a part of your coin purses, so it might actually be worth it. I don't know. But for me, it's nice as just an extra if I have extra labor, right? But there's probably better ways in general. It's a decent source if you're just like, you're looking to use a little bit of labor. But if, you know, there's definitely a lot better ways to spend your labor on other stuff, right? More efficient ways to actually use your labor, definitely. Coin purses are just like a side thing you can do. Yeah, so there's a lot of talk right now about ArcheAge 2, which was not announced technically, it wasn't announced until XL Games or yeah, they announced the making of it. Yeah, they haven't quote announced the game until XL Games or Kakao says something. This is more like a leak because they had to put something in their earnings report about it, and then now, you know, because of that, you had Jake Sung do an interview about it, right? But I want to see their actual announcement where they really show gameplay and everything. They said they might do something like that early next year, so I guess we'll see. But anyways, so they announced it, that they're making it. I expect it'll probably take anywhere between 2 to 5 years before we even see even a hint of a closed beta. And I say 2 on, like, if they're really rushing it, it would be 2, like super crazy rushing it. They could, actually, because Unreal Engine is quite nice, and they would be able to make a game pretty quickly. They have the assets already, if they're just going to reuse stuff out of ArcheAge. If they reuse things out of ArcheAge, it could be pretty soon, actually. And this stuff is actually it all works in 4K resolution, so technically they could. But I don't see that happening. In reality, I'd say it's 5+ years, you know, before we actually see any kind of ArcheAge 2. And obviously, in the meantime, you know, ArcheAge has only been out in N8U for 6 years, so if it comes out in 5+ years, we still have double the time that we had playing this game. And they still expect to continue working on ArcheAge 1, that's right, like how we even see with EverQuest 1, or Guild Wars 1 even, right? People still play those games. Those games still have content updates. Not as much Guild Wars 1, I guess, but my point is that they still want both games to be very popular, right? Once ArcheAge 2 is out, which will probably be a massively different game than ArcheAge 1, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I think it's going to be very different. And they've said that they're not trying to cater to every audience with ArcheAge 2. They're going to try to bring back most of the things from ArcheAge 1, but they're not going to do that again, where they're trying to cater to everybody, right? So it could be a massively different game. It could be a massively slower game with a lot less skills on a toolbar, a very different gameplay style, and I'm expecting it to be treated like an extremely different game, right? But they are actually, so they want to do it on Unreal Engine 5. They're actually working right now on 4. What's the latest Unreal Engine? The whole idea is that Unreal Engine 4 actually rolls into our Unreal Engine 5. So once they're ready, once Unreal Engine 5 is released, or maybe they're already working with Epic to be on that engine in the first place, they actually could do that, right? To beta test it or whatever. They're going to be able to roll over to Unreal Engine 5 just fine, so that's not really a problem for them. Most likely they've already got proof of concepts going, and so them talking about this is because they've already made it a real thing. But yeah, it's many, many years until anything like that happens, and honestly, if ArcheAge 2 is not as fast gameplay as ArcheAge 1, if ArcheAge 2 is not the kind of game that I keep coming back to with ArcheAge, then I'm probably going to keep playing ArcheAge 1 at that point, right? We'll have to see. Because I love the gameplay in this game too much, and honestly, I mean, I've talked about my thoughts about ArcheAge 2 before. We even have a highlight on my YouTube channel about it, you know, where we first talked about it, but obviously it's a pretty big conversation right now. My true thoughts are, I don't think that they're going to be making it as crazy as ArcheAge 1. I think they're going to make it very, very easy to get into. So like maybe more PvE aspect, maybe not even any factions in it, right? Just one faction, and maybe there's some PvP between guilds or something. I think they're going to make it a lot more of a game that anybody can approach and get into, but they're going to centralize it down to PvE content and some world boss content and some other stuff set in a lore time that is like a lot farther into the future, which is cool too, right? I'd mostly play it for the lore, but I feel like it's going to be a different game than ArcheAge 1, like in a massive way. So we'll have to see. We have no idea. And yeah, it's gonna probably be pay to win. That's not even like a question, right? These are the companies behind BDO too. It's the company behind so many things. It's gonna be pay to win. They're probably gonna publish it themselves, but I don't know, man. I can't imagine that it would not be pay to win in some way, alright? It's just, that's how it is. But we'll see, who knows? Maybe they'll design a system that it doesn't matter that it's pay to win. That anybody can actually compete in anything, because maybe there is no PvP, right? So we'll have to see what they actually do. Who knows? We have no idea, because it's like, we have no real announcement in terms of gameplay or anything, so. And it'll probably be a few years before we really see anything anyways. It's a popular topic right now, I know. I'm excited, obviously, because I love this game so much. But just everybody relax, get a tea, just chill, because it's going to be a little while, all right? We still can enjoy this game for some time, and probably even then afterwards, too. Yes, this is any server, Frank the Tank. This is a Win server on North America. Thanks for the follows, guys. Harry Potter, I think one faction, guild versus guild, would be better. I think so, too, actually. No, let me be honest with you. If ArcheAge 2 did a lot of things to bring in more people and do maybe a little bit more with lore and teach people more about lore and get people more involved in PvE stuff in a very positive way and make a non-toxic environment, that is a good thing for MMOs. But that's not why I play ArcheAge. Like, I would actually still come back to ArcheAge 1 if that was the case, right? I think they could make an amazing game. Amazing, right? It might not be the same audience as ArcheAge 1, but I think they can make an amazing game because the setting and everything is so cool. And the idea behind having so many skill sets, if they bring that back, is awesome, right? It's very customizable. You can do so many different things. I think that they can bring ArcheAge into a really nice sort of setting in a very powerful way that brings people into the game and make the next generation MMO, right, as they want to. It's just going to be a different game, right? Like Ashes of Creation is amazing. It's awesome. I think it's so cool what they're doing with Ashes in terms of like the actual gameplay on average, in terms of having to get around the map, different things around the map, how the game evolves over time. I love Ashes. I think it's awesome. It's not my gameplay style, right? I don't really enjoy the slowness of how they do things, but that's me. It doesn't mean that the game is bad. It means that I'm just not the audience that they're trying to cater to, which is fine. It's actually a good thing. That they're not trying to cater to every audience, right? But it will have an awesome player base. It will have an amazing game. People will love Ashes. The same thing for like ESO, or Final Fantasy XIV, or New World. These are all very different games. And I expect ArcheAge 2 will also be a very different game, right? A very different game that some players will like, and some people will go to other things. And that's normal. It's a good thing. That's how games are designed, right? They're designed for a specific audience, so you can capture that audience and then entertain them for years, especially in MMO, where you're supposed to be playing for years, right? To be fair, the pay-to-win on C isn't that bad. That's mostly because they've gated content, right? They've gated the ability to progress past a certain point, which is really good, and it works out. But if somebody comes into the C server in 1 year, they're going to have a really hard time. The whole point is that player will be able to catch up pretty easily, especially with all the catch-up events that tend to happen. So that's fine. But it's going to suck for a little bit, right? And that's pretty normal. They could also pay to win, right, themselves if they want to catch up instantly. That's the whole point of pay to win, is that a new player can start up and instantly get to the end game if they just pay enough money, which is just... It's not good for ArcheAge in general, or MMOs in general, because there's a learning curve involved with gear, and if you just get to the end game very quickly, you're going to get extremely bored, right? Because now you have nothing to progress, where the game is designed to be played for years. But that's just me, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure some other people also share the same sentiments. Sorry, looking into something here. Yeah, so it's good conversations to have. But yeah, everybody's just gotta relax for a little bit. It's gonna be a really long time before we see anything ArcheAge 2 related. Okay, we might see some gameplay maybe next year if they really do a full-on announcement. But even then, it'll probably be another 3 to 5 years before anything else. So unless they're just like pushing development like crazy. Like insanely crazy, and they're just reusing stuff from ArcheAge, reusing music, reusing like systems and programming even, reusing database stuff, reusing server things. If they reuse tons of assets from ArcheAge 1, yeah, they could actually make ArcheAge 2 pretty quick. But I don't see them actually going down that route. I think they want to remake an amazing game with Unreal Engine 5 in the forefront, to really push quality and detail and mapping and everything. You know, bring in new tools for GMing, and do all sorts of things in the background to make the game much more stable, right? Redo the database from scratch. I feel like that makes more sense for what they're trying to achieve. And if that's the case, it'll be a lot longer, definitely, before we see anything. What could be the lore? if there was one faction. Well, technically there should be one faction right now in ArcheAge. So it's kind of funny because, yeah, we have West and East and pirates, whatever, right? Actually, things are normally pretty chill between the Haranya and the Nuia, right? The only reason we're warring at all is mostly over trade and some other disagreements. But there's really not too much lore-related reason for why we're always at war and fighting each other. The truth is that was just a mechanic that they wanted to push, right? Obviously. Yeah, so the whole thing here is actually, you see Haranya all over Nuia, and you see Nuians all over Haranya. You can see them in the quest lines, you can see them in some of the main cities. They're not at war in terms of like killing each other all the time. It's just a mechanic, right? That they didn't really play off too well. There's a little bit of reasoning for it. There's a little bit of racing towards Aurora. It's racing to try to make your faction the one who conquers Aurora. But it's kind of weak, you know. It's a little bit weak. The way that I see them doing it in ArcheAge 2, and I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I do think it'll be one faction, but I could be wrong, absolutely, and I'm okay. I should be wrong. I hope so, because I like the gameplay between factions. That's just me, though. Anyways, the lore that I see with ArcheAge 2, especially if they do this maybe 50 to 100 years in the future, your main character from ArcheAge 1 is a, quote, legendary hero in the past, just like all these other legendary heroes, right? And Aurora probably has gotten taken over by the Abyssal Crystals like crazy, so now Abyssal Crystals are growing out of everything, and everything looks just like Exilok. And Exilok is probably the epicenter of this massive unnatural disaster of Abyssal Crystals sprouting up, Serpentis destroyed, and all this leading up to the Akash actually breaking free. I think it'll be a very PvE-centric game because of the Akash, with the Akash being the forefront of the unimaginable sort of future that can bestow upon the world of Aerenor. And that's that's actually what I think is the reality of it, is that 50 so years in the future, with all this stuff happening, yes, maybe, I'm not going to do any spoilers for the current storyline and the storylines of the Garden, okay, because I think that stuff is really cool, so no spoilers, but I will say that after the events of ArcheAge 1, things are pretty chill, probably, right? And ArcheAge 2 is, well, yeah, things are pretty chill, but guess what? You guys forgot about this Abyssal Crystal problem, so now it's a big problem. Good luck with that. If anybody played the original Command & Conquer games, right, you remember Tiberium and how it grew over over Command & Conquer 1 and Tiberian Sun and Command & Conquer 3, and then we don't talk about the fourth one because that didn't exist. My point is that it's a very similar aspect with the Abyssal Crystals, and we talked a lot about this during the lore video, which you can go onto my YouTube channel and check that out. The lore video about Aerenor, the Akash, and ArcheAge history. It's all up on my YouTube channel. We did a big lore thing about the Akash and how they kind of interconnect with everything that there is in ArcheAge. It's actually really cool. I've gotten some really good responses on it. It's a good 45-minute video about an overview of everything. And so we're kind of dabbing into it a little bit with this conversation. But yeah, I think that if they do ArcheAge 2, it'll be set in the future where Aurora is starting to kind of disintegrate a little bit. The Abyssal Crystals are a forefront. The Akash are a forefront. Both factions, everybody in the whole world has to work together in order to stop the events that are happening, you know, as probably cities are getting destroyed and some sort of, you know, cataclysmic style events are happening constantly, right? And that said, I feel like the way they would close out the story of ArcheAge 1 at some point in the way future is a very similar aspect, where some kind of cataclysmic events start to happen that are starting to sort of corrupt the world, which is already happening. We already see it, right? In the way that the game is kind of designed. The story of ArcheAge and the lore is actually very dark. You don't see it very much, but I hope they really do bring that as again, the forefront of ArcheAge 2 with lore, to show off truly the dark sort of horrors and stories that exist in this world that are based off of a set of novels, right, written by a Korean author who, you know, originally wrote this stuff. I do hope they really bring that to the forefront, because it's really cool. It's actually really amazing lore in this game. It's just not really displayed as well as it should be, right? And so people don't really understand these aspects of it. Okay, it was a long answer. Sorry about that. Oh man, Noxedra, just hope that this time Jake Song doesn't leave it. The only reason why he did in the first place is because XL Games had an offer of a lifetime with 2K Games, right? Offer of a lifetime. When 2K Games comes knocking on your front door and says, "Hey, we're gonna make a game with you. Do you guys want to make a game, and we want to use your assets for it? Would you want to come along and help?" You can't turn that down, man. The Civ series is amazing. And so they tried to make it work, right? And he went over to Civilization Online to try to make sure that that went appropriately. They ended up scrapping the idea, which is fine. But yeah, I mean, for an XL Games, that was kind of a big deal for them to do. So it kind of makes sense for Jake Song to, to have gone over there and worked on that for a little bit. But I think that this is his baby, and he will definitely be here with ArcheAge 2 for a very, very long time, right? He really does want to take what he learned from Lineage, what he learned from other games, what he learned from ArcheAge 1, to bring a better sort of gameplay overall for more people with ArcheAge 2. I think he can accomplish that. I think it'll be awesome. I don't think it'll be the same game as ArcheAge 1, but I think they'll make something really awesome, which is good. And I think that we need more games like that. Like New World, like Ashes of Creation. I wouldn't be surprised if we had a Guild Wars 3 by that point, but my point is that it's cool to. Yeah, people were we talked about this yesterday too, but people were kind of yelling that the MMO world, the MMO game type is dying out, and I don't believe so. I think that people are just looking for different things, and we'll see if they can achieve those things of like instant gratification and such with some of the newer games that are coming out. I think they are. Just wait for Fourth Continent? God, I don't even know what that would be. Fourth Continent would have to be something around... Oh, they could. They could actually do that, by the way. Because Dehuda is still an active being in the ocean. And Dehuda can do whatever the hell she wants. So, by all means, she might make a whole Fourth Continent. Now, the truth is, we have this thing, whatever this thing... I don't know, I guess you wouldn't call this thing up here a continent. The Abyssal Channel, whatever this island was called. We haven't even explored that yet. We haven't explored whatever this thing is down here on the map, right? So we still have a little bit of exploring to do. They could make whatever they want for ArcheAge 2 and make a good lore reason for it. But I don't know. I feel like the faction system might go away by that point. I feel like trading would go away by that point. I feel like they're going to cater to a different audience in general. That they're going to go for something that's a little bit more streamlined and less of do whatever the hell you want, right? Because it is a little bit chaotic, right? ArcheAge 1 is extremely chaotic because everything in this game literally has a massive explanation to it, and it's so hard to learn stuff because literally there's so many things in ArcheAge. And I think they want to kind of scrap that a little bit and make ArcheAge 2 a bit more streamlined, which I think makes sense. Totally. Could the current world map be a small part of a bigger one? I think Quilladon answered that once. I feel like there is actually an edge to this world, like an actual you will fall off the planet sort of thing. And I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe I'm making it up or whatever. I still think that if you go west from Nulia, you should end up east of Hiranya. But I think that there's some kind of a mist that people go through, and then you just disappear forever. That sort of a thing on the outside of the map. So who knows? They could do anything they want, again. But I don't think so, honestly, Harry Potter, because I think that they're going to stick to the original lore of the books and really kind of flourish those. And if they do, they're going to stick with this map for the most part. If they really want to stick with the general, the way that the original author wants the game to keep going, they're going to stick with this map. They're going to reuse assets in this map because that's the lore, right? They don't want to go super crazy. In fact, like we talked about in that lore video, in the lore stream, technically, it was just a stream that I talked about that stuff in, just like a book, just like a novel, or a series of novels, like the Harry Potter series or whatever, all of these series, all of these books, when you read through them, you notice that all these different events that happen throughout the stories, they all interconnect in some way, right? They don't just suddenly out of the blue bring in all sorts of different things, or if it does, it's usually not that good. Usually, the book itself is not that good. Usually, a book is, everything in the book, everything you read is interconnected to something else in some way, and you really only find it out in many cases at the very end, or as you keep reading, right? ArcheAge and the lore is very much the same way. So we have everything here. If they suddenly brought in a fourth continent on the side here, it wouldn't really make sense lore-wise, because there's nothing that ever pointed to that. Or if there is, then we just never knew about it, right? But I don't think they're gonna go too crazy like that. I think they're gonna stick to the main lore and books and story. And if the author is really working with them on this, because apparently they are, right? They are actually directly working with them on this game. I think they're gonna stick with the lore just being here, right? And maybe expanding the continent and doing more stuff and giving us more information about the world itself, right? I mean, Korea just got 7-0, which was, you know, this area right here unexplored. So they're still opening up more of the map as we go. And I expect that ArcheAge 1 will go on long enough that we'll explore Ephirium, we'll explore Delphinod, we'll explore some of the swamps up north past the Western Huron Mountains. We'll explore a lot more of the map, and especially here the Abyssal Channel, even before ArcheAge 2 comes out. And then, at that point, when the story progresses even more, when we learn more about all the characters, at that point, they'll say, alright, we're releasing ArcheAge 2, right? Where there's all this other stuff happening based on all the things you've now learned in ArcheAge 1, now we're going to give it to you in this way, right? In a new kind of game. I think that would make more sense for them. So they're leading us with ArcheAge 1 into the story for ArcheAge 2 a lot better. So yeah, I still think that ArcheAge 1 has... Oh, Cody's in the background, if you can hear him. I still think we've got many years of ArcheAge 1 ahead of us with story and background and stuff. And even after ArcheAge 2 comes out, I'm sure they've got a lot of other things planned for this game. Because they do... It's in their best interest to have both ArcheAge 1 and 2 be a success, right? In the long term. Because to them, they want both games to be active, because it's more money for them, of course, but it also gives them more of an audience that, you know, that they're able to hold on to. Alright, that's my speech. I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't know, I go off on like long-winded conversations sometimes. I hope you guys are okay with that. For some reason everybody wants my opinion on stuff, which I guess is alright, but it's nice to have some conversations too. So if you guys have extra thoughts and stuff, feel free to jump in. Any other questions about ArcheAge things in general, or mechanics, or theory crafting, or whatever that you guys want to learn? Now is still a really good time to ask those questions. I am going to probably drop off in about 10 minutes here, so any last minute stuff will be good. And then this afternoon I got some other things we got to do, so a little bit busy later on tonight. Man, always like hour 1, hour 2 of streaming, we get some really good conversations. I wish we just had these conversations right at the start. But, you know, it's hard to get an audience because I don't have a schedule. If you guys like the streams, or you like me, you know, doing PvP stuff or arenas and things, feel free to follow the Twitch channel. You can follow my YouTube channel as well. I don't have any set schedule. I just kind of stream whenever I have a little bit of extra time to just help answer questions and chill with the community and hang out with you guys, right? So here's all the links for those things. Twitter, if you use that as well, I announce them there when I go live. We have the ArcheAge Research and Development Discord, which is an awesome place for you to ask questions and learn more about the game, especially if you weren't able to ask anything on stream. And of course, I always let people know in that Discord when I go live as well. Each of these streams, by the way, all of these streams, they are uploaded in full to YouTube. And so sometimes I'll take highlights out and I'll put them as separate videos, but if you ever... Like, if you want to hear this whole conversation again or something, you can always check it out later, because it's going to be on YouTube in, like, a few hours after the stream ends, right? And I'm not really focused on my YouTube channel. I don't see there being much of a point, because YouTube is a pretty terrible place to make money, right? It's more of an advertising kind of thing. So, I don't really care about that. I'm not really trying to look for monetary gain. So I use my YouTube channel sometimes for a little bit of guides or explanations on stuff or highlights from streams, but mostly I'm focusing on Twitch. So, you know, hang out here whenever you can when I go live. I just happen to be live at any particular time. See someone's cooking in the background. But yeah, so that's how this stuff works. Hopefully you guys still enjoy the streams and everything. Hopefully it's worth it to you all. As long as like one person benefits from me talking about stuff, then I'm happy. and I haven't, you know, wasted my time, which I don't think is a waste of time anyways, because people seem to be enjoying the YouTube videos quite a bit, even if they aren't live, so that's good. Alright, any other Arcade questions or things? Anything else you guys want to learn more about, or you want to talk about mechanics or theory crafting with different builds, or if, you know, there's any new or returning players that have any questions about some kind of proficiencies, or whatever it is you guys want to know more about with Arcade, or if something's confusing you or whatever, please feel free to ask. You know, Arcade is a really complicated game, so it's better to ask questions than it is to just kind of, you know, sit around and not do much. Because you'll end up wanting or you'll end up missing something. It's usually better to ask somebody pretty much about everything. I think I covered most of the stuff. That's good. I hope so. Any free land to build on? I think most servers have pretty... I mean, a lot of land is either taken up or whatever, but usually there's gaps in land where you can build a 16 by 16, or at least like a little house to start with, right? Land isn't too terribly cheap, or expensive, so you can actually, you know, over time, you know, if you want to build up a sort of segment of land or buy out some land nearby, you probably could do that too over time. That's not too bad. All over the place you'll find little segments of land you could probably plop a house at. Even on like the bigger servers you can too. Is the Mirage Isle fishing event affected by proficiency? Yes, it is. In a couple of ways, actually. But the main one is that you'll do more damage to a fish if your proficiency is higher. I don't remember the metrics on damage or anything, but I believe it's every 10k fishing, every 10k proficiency, you get some X amount of more damage that you do to the fish. This is mostly felt when you're out in the actual sea fishing, right? Because gargantuan fish have higher health pools, so you want to kill them off faster. During the Mirage Isle Fish Fest, it means maybe you save like 1 or 2 seconds, right? That's not super crazy. But yeah, technically speaking, it is affected by proficiency. Now, is the reward that you get affected by proficiency? That's a no. So like getting a lucky fish affected by a higher fishing proficiency, that wouldn't be the case, right? That's not how proficiency works in terms of fishing. But at least to be able to fish a little faster, it does help, right? So I do use my fishing boots to do that, right? My fishing boots that give 20k proficiency towards fishing, I'll put them on for the Mirage Isle event so that I can maybe catch them a little bit faster. And that's kind of the whole point behind it. You okay over there?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure? Okay, cool. Just drinking water. The 3.0 Land Rush still gives me nightmares. I mean, yeah, I think people just generally don't like Land Rushes, right? It does suck. I grew up on Land Rushes, to be fair. I played a game called Star Sonata back in the day, where literally Land Rushes were like the normal thing. That was how the game was designed. Every 6 months, the entire universe, because it's a space game, would collapse. And then you and your guild would have to take all the resources and sort of rebuild everything in, you know, the new universe. So I grew up on Land Rushes as a kid. You know, I was forged by them. And so when like the 3.0 Land Rush happened and all the other Land Rushes over time for merges and stuff, I'm always prepared. I'm always over prepared, and I always got what I wanted. But it stresses the shit out of me. Like, I hate it. It's so, I don't want to do Land Rushes ever again, but I know it's going to happen at some point, right? So as experienced as I am with all of that, I hope I never have to deal with that again. But I know it's going to happen. That's just how the game is, right? Merges are going to happen or something. It's a thing. I think it's fine. But at least right now it's not too bad to get land anywhere. Anywhere you want, right? You'll find something. Or if you can't find something, you could probably buy it out for like 500 or even 200 gold. Let's go take a look at Marianople land. I know there's plots all over Marianople. But let's go take a look and see if there's anybody selling any housing and how much they're doing it for. Because the last I've seen it's like 200 or 300 for a 16 by 16 that's already built. I mean, that's not too bad, right? It's actually really good. And it would be a house, it wouldn't be like a garden or anything, because those would be a bit more expensive, but at least getting to that point is not too bad. And again, it's something you can work on over time, and the whole game is designed to be played for years, right? ArcheAge Unchained is amazing because you don't have to pay month by month to keep your housing up, right? You can actually go and take a break from the game and go do something else, right? As opposed to you having to constantly pay more money for every single month, even though you're taking a break from ArcheAge, which really sucks. At least here you can actually, you know, sort of retain property and stuff and not have to think about it too much. There's nothing. There's no on sale buildings right now. Earlier there were actually a few. I'm surprised there's nothing right now, but whatever. Yeah, true. They are going to be releasing new zones. Fair enough, right. They're actually going to be releasing more housing, even in Aegis Isle. And I think also maybe Reedwit? I don't remember what they're doing in 7.0 or later. I don't remember, but yeah, they're actually releasing more housing in different places that you're going to be able to do. So in general, you know, they understand that's a problem. They understand people want more housing or to make large plots of land with their guild together. And so, right, they'll release more as time goes on. But generally in every server, it's not bad. If they start merging servers, okay, now we're going to have a problem, right? Then it's going to be a little bit tough to squeeze everything together. And there will be land rushes and everything, right? Ah, secret crocodile. They're trying to be stealthy. But see, look at the distance you could see these from. You can actually see stealth people from quite a distance, right? Look at them, trying to get away. I see you. Don't hide from me. Oh, God. Oh, Too Cute actually wanted to run Miss... I actually know who that is. Somebody had said that this person... Not Missung. Missung Dungeon. So they might actually be pushing me to help run Missung Dungeon with them, oddly enough. You swear there used to be land on Freeditch? Well, you're correct. There used to be land on Freeditch. Absolutely true. Then they realized that it was ridiculously OP and they removed that. One sec, let me talk to them really quickly. I honestly don't remember who told me. Cool. All right. Let me add them as a friend so that I remember to invite them if we're ever doing Missung Dungeon. Alright, cool. Any other questions from chat? Anything else you guys want answered, or anything you guys want more information about with, like, ArcheAge-related stuff? Look at these freaking bots. It's the second one today that's spamming it. Jeez. It's ridiculous. Am I actually becoming famous because there's bots spamming my stream now? I think because of the bots, I'm becoming famous just from them. They're starting to become eager. They really want my attention and money. But I'll pass. Thanks, bots. I don't want to become famous. That would be ridiculous. Then people will start paying attention to me more, and we can't have that. But anyways, wrapping up the stream here in a second. Any last-minute things, you guys? Ooh, Fall of Haram. Wait a minute. I kind of want to do this on stream. Because everybody needs this, right? And it's kind of last minute before the before reset. Oh, but I also have stuff going on later. I don't know if I could do this or not. Oh man. Hold on, let me check something. Hold on. Okay, I mean, we could probably squeeze one of these in, but only if there's actually people trying to do Fall of Haram right now. Like, if people are actually queuing up. And now is the best time, since it's just started, right? Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Sure. I guess we're doing it. Yay! It's been so long. I've done a couple of these, obviously, since the event started, so... I don't know. I actually enjoy Fall of Haram. I don't enjoy doing it every single day. But I like the whole, like, aspect of it where people have to work together and everybody's doing some kind of a job, and it's like... Yeah, it's like a bunch of ants doing everything they need to do, right? I like that. I actually really do enjoy that. Wait, do people want to do hard mode? Oh, I want to do hard mode, man. Nobody wants to do hard mode. How many alts do we have? We actually have a few alts. I think we should be okay. Yeah, we should be fine. I'm more worried if there's, like, inactive alts. What are the rewards for it? At the top level, if you complete it, I think you just get 1500 honor, 1500 vocation. I don't want to say that I want to lead though, because I'm obviously streaming, but I can pay attention to it to get this done. Some person already DC'd. Alright, let me mark everybody here. I have all this stuff on hotkeys, so it actually works out quite nicely. What just happened? Oh god! My computer's going nuts. I forgot about that. Okay, it's not a big deal. We'll deal with it. The F8 button for me, which is a hotkey, is also some other stuff, and now everything is screwed. It's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Alright, there. I think we're good. Pay attention a little bit to this. And I think we're good to go. Yeah. Nice. Alright, and then... Oh, I still can't put marks on the map. Ridiculous, man. Anyways, it's... I don't know if I answered your question, Carrie, but it's 1500 honor or 1500 vocation, and I think there's some other stuff too, but I can't remember what it is. But those are the main things. Is it'll just give a little bit of honor or vocation. It's not able to be manipulated by the honor juices or the vocation juices because they're an actual item that you get that you sort of just click and you know it gives you the currency, right? So it's not as popular. But I still enjoy it because it's kind of unique content. Oh, right, we need to do Braziers. So this person is... Oh my god, we haven't even started the Braziers. Or the Braziers, or Braziers. I don't know how to say it. Everybody makes fun of me for how I say it. Oh man. I don't think anybody remembered that's a thing. Are you serious? Okay, this one's done. No, it's not. Oh my god, people. We already got 2 people who DC'd. I don't get it. I actually don't understand. Okay. This person's doing that one, that person's doing that one. So let me bring one more. Let's go check south. I think people are doing it from the looks of it. Southeast Brazier's done. Okay. Okay, good. So I don't have to go there then. Good. Yeah, they are done. Good. Center's done. So that's nice. Somebody left a cart to go do these, it looks like. I guess that's fine. And it's good because we had people walking through, so nice. Oh, this one's done too, so east is done. The first wolf timing, I think, is like right here. And I'm not really doing anything too useful but calling stuff out, but I guess that's okay right now. Oh, one person logged back in. I guess they actually just DC'd. Wolf spawning, okay. Oh, yep, they're there.
Target is at a different elevation.
Alright, and then we're gonna go over there. Oh, that's already done. Alright, we need a lot more Herodium packs too. Let me mine some of these. I don't think we have a lot of people bringing packs. I don't know. I'm trying to look at the map and see what's going on. I feel like a lot of people just aren't doing anything? I don't know. Like, we should have a lot more packs in by now, right? Maybe not, I don't know. Like, we have no Herodium packs. It's so weird. Are we even taking these packs in? Not really. What? Okay. Wait, did we take this, do I have to do the hauler? Oh my god. Okay, alright, I'll do a hauler, jeez. I think we're missing... We're not taking in packs fast enough. When they changed coin purses and changed the Arcane Tree and regraded Brazier. Drop rate, you literally cried? Oh yeah, the old I like the old system a lot better because it made larceny more interesting, right? I agree. I don't like that they put them into vocation the way that they did, and I don't know. They wanted to make them more accessible, I guess, but it was a nice way to make money, actually. Alright, I'll run one of these because I guess we're missing out on that. Problem is I can't really help figure things out, right, and call things out if I'm not constantly running around the map, but whatever. I tend to do things myself so that they're done right. This is no exception. Here. Alright, let's go grab this. What are you guys doing? You're just chilling. Or are they an alt, maybe? It could be an alt. No, they're not an alt. Alright, load this thing up. Am I loaded up? Nope. Okay, they're loading it up. Good. Get him. Get him! Nice. This is always risky. I've gotten stuck there before. Oh, and okay, now we're taking packs around. Okay. This one's empty, it looks like, but they just gotta pick stuff off the road. That's when you would make 300 gold and waste it on trying to regrade your weapon and end up going down. Yes, exactly. Yeah, there were problems with that version of the game too. Yeah, we made more money, but we also lost more money, right? And now it's kind of, it is a lot more linear and streamlined than it has been in the past anyways. Look at these people just standing here. I get it, yeah, I get the wolves are going to spawn or whatever, but like, I don't know, at least play songs so they're a little faster, right? Alright, here we go. Stop the cart. There. Oh, good. Take this quest. Ah, get out of my way. Trying to put this stuff away. Oh, they're doing it for me. Amazing. Everybody's really trying. Good. So I'm going to go and take this cart elsewhere then. Nice, it's empty. Let's go. Get out of here. Also, because people are slow, let me take some of these... What the hell, man? Let me get back here. Let me take some of these soups. I've noticed that people have not been using them. Alright, let's go. No! Get out of here! Okay, good. I'm stuck in my cart. Wait, I would actually want the music from in-game for this. What am I doing? I really like the Fall of Haram music. There we go. Next wave 9, north, south, and west. Nice. Alright, where am I going? Oh, we can put this on. Here. No, just put it on! Just put it on! Oh my god. What the hell, man? Wait, we actually have way too many Herodian packs. Never mind. I'm putting this back down. We have already 23. That's way too many. For this, you know, current phase. We don't need those. Northwest packs on 2. Okay, we can do that. Meat and wood, okay. Come at 5. Where's 5? Oh, southwest, okay, cool. Alright, have a good one, Sand Legion. Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully this was some help to you. I'm gonna go do that in a little bit as well. After Haram, I'll be done. I don't remember if I can go up this hill. I'm usually not the pack driver, but I feel like right now I have to be. Wait, where am I going? Okay, there is a way up here. Right. I just don't know how to go back down. Can I go down this hill? Right here. Probably. I probably should have used this. Okay, whatever, let's use it now. I forgot that it works for 1 minute, and then the cooldown is 20 seconds. But we do need more meat, and that is literally this stuff right here. So, hello people. Alright, I think we're good to go. Oh, no we're not. Yeah. Put him in there. Oh, we're actually running out of meat too. Come on. Oh, there they are. Hello. I can actually help with this. Ah, they got it. We have so much gear right now. I'm not even worried about these guys. It's not a big deal at all. Can I cut across? Probably, but I don't want to get stuck, so I'll go now. God, there's so many carts here. Alright. Oh! Wait, why did he do that? What? Yeah, just want to do that. There we go. .528, same directions, north, south, and west. Alright, turn everything in. I always liked fighting the wolves more and helping people survive. But I really do feel like we need more people running carts right now. Wait, did he take all the packs out? Yeah, okay, good. Let's go down the main road. I feel like we don't have enough meat, though. Oh, there's that dude on the eagle. I feel like we're really missing out. Like, what are you doing? I guess... whatever, man. Just trying to RP. I don't know what to say. Oh my god. Just go get some packs. Alright? At least go do that. We have enough Heradium, we just need everything else. Any meat here? Oh no, I think they took it all, huh? Okay. Well, oh. There's actually a bunch of meat packs right here. Okay, good. Yep, I got it. Let's grab this stuff. Alright, we just turned in a bunch. That's good. We're not done with packs, though, because they're not going to be eating the Heradium ones very much. I think that's 4 for 1 on Heradium. Maybe we are done. Maybe they did the math already. But I'll go bring in some more just in case anybody needs to actually turn in a pack. Did we do the math already? He says we done. What? Wait, is he listening to the stream? Inflamed, are you listening to the stream? That's really funny. You haven't said anything. Just all of a sudden, you're answering my question that I'm saying on stream. This one guy in chat, you guys can't see. Inflamed. Oh, and I was gonna meet freaking googly eyes. I don't know what to say. Alright, well, assuming we've done the math, I guess. Well, it's fine. We'll keep bringing these in. I'm sure somebody's going to forget to turn in one of their packs. Wait, I didn't even use this. Oh my god. I just want to kill stuff. I want to do the more fun things. I don't want to turn packs in. Ugh. I'm not even I don't like trade runs to begin with. Look at these guys. They're just talking. They're just hanging out. Oh my god. I guess it doesn't matter, dude. It's not that big of a deal. Whether or not we get all this stuff done. Everybody just wants to complete it so that you can obviously get the anniversary coins, right? Oh my god, look at all these packs here. We're fine. Alright, I'm stuck, whatever. It's not a big deal. Get in there, people. Wait, I gotta give one of them... I gotta give one of them soup for my 80k experience. Nice. Oh no, wait, not even 80k. Yeah, 80k, 82k. Alright, nice. Got my 82k experience out of this. Remember back when literally everybody was trying to get this done, and so everybody would be trying their best to make sure that you got everything done, you got all your soup in. Just because at the start of the server, everybody needed experience, right? Thanks for queuing to Oliverum? No. nice. Somebody used Battle Hymn over there, so now everybody's a lot faster. Look at these fast walkers. Look at these joggers jogging down the street. You really want to get in that cave. Alright, we did it. 190, no problem. I have to actually reiterate the fact that we're not actually done. You have to get a quest from this guy, which if you haven't done Fall of Haram in like 7 years, you've probably already forgotten that's a thing. So I have to reiterate the fact that you still have to do this thing. So, you know, it's all good. We're going to end the stream after this, by the way. So any last minute questions, please feel free to ask. Last minute conversations, and I'm going to go head out. I'm going to be busy this afternoon. Appreciate everybody just hanging out, though. Again, this whole stream will be up on the YouTubes later on. You can check out all of those social media information stuff there. What is it, Sunday? So probably stream Friday would be the next stream. So this Friday, and then just doing stuff this weekend. So yeah, probably expect something then. Hopefully Thursday I can get my hands on a 3080, and we'll see how that goes. Or at least get one shipped to me. I want to try to get a reference card. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. Alright, come on. I want this freaking quest to be done. We still got 30 seconds. Yeah, any last minute questions, now's a good time to ask. Otherwise, you can always hop onto the Discord and ask later on. Oh, we actually got all 200. I'll be honest, we've done this a few times since the this event started, and it's we haven't actually like gotten 200. We've always gotten like 192 or something. So it's the first time I've seen people get 200. Which is weird, because at the beginning I thought that we were, like, actually under, like, not even doing this that well. I feel like people were just AFKing, but... See, this is how easy Fall of Haram is. This is why I want to do hard mode, alright? Hard mode is way more interesting. And nobody wants to do it. Or actually, everybody wants to do it, but nobody can get the group together for it, because you need 20 people, right? I really want to do hard mode. So hopefully we need a group for that. Alright, reset soon, everybody. Thanks for the follow, Starabelle. And thanks for all the follows today. I appreciate that. I'm going to head out. I'm going to go do other stuff. I got plans for today, and mostly I'm going to go eat dinner. So appreciate everybody hanging out. Talk to you all on Friday would be it. Probably the next stream, unless I have some other time during the course of the week. We'll see you all then. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.